Hattie's turning 100. If she would have transitioned before I cleared my name, I would have hunted them. Every one of them playing these silly games. That 1-800 ambulance chaser would have wished one came. But 911 is a joke. Public enemy #1, I've been ranked. The rock's not crumbling. The leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. Your son on a federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery game. You had to cash cow and thunk it. Was you who pumped his? I'm the one who strung the pain. That hill you can die on. It's way too much flack that comes from those planes. I'm killing them softly. What's understood don't need to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. I still on you suckers, I'm all of you niggas gang. I ain't much for me, it's know how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up. It's gonna cost you a beat to even say my name. Heard of a wonder king? My children is some of them. Have you niggas no shame? Y'all trying to get under skin? I really get under skin. Ask unharmed playing. Y'all thugs with y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You're no maniac. Watch how Saniac in my presence, nigga, shrink. I need a new therapist. This shit is not working. I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. That nut-ass nigga still stuttering. That chatty patty down on his luck again. Quest introducing me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him. You wonder why I do the freestyle rehearsal. That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her king can't even take their kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my eye. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You trying to break the government. I brain for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. Wrist get flooded again. My net worth went up again. My next update, the jig is up. I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up the hole. I never looked up to them. Your publishing gangster, go talk tough to them. Don't talk success to me. You niggas is workers. In perpetuity's how your contract is worded. Don't make me go first, man. The roots remember, even when the trees pretend. Not too much of my name. Don't forget who I am. Hattie loves her Shawnees. SHAWN. I find it adorable she put the S at the end. You don't know, the show ain't even begin. I said, you don't know, the show ain't even begin.
Yo family, real quick. I'm proud to announce the soft launch of Sincere Love to God's new book, From the Womb to Illmatic, a hip-hop inspired blueprint for unlocking your child's inner genius. This ain't your average parenting book. This is for the culture. Inspired by Illmatic, built around his own son Seven's early development, and packed with real tools to help parents turn everyday moments into genius-level learning. If you've ever wanted to give your child a head start without losing your roots, this book is for you. Available now on Amazon. Order now and leave a 5-star review. You already know, we raising brilliance around here.
Hi, I'm Seven, and I'm the Super Harry. That means I ask big questions, I make big moves, and I come from something powerful. In this series, I grow through change, embrace my culture, and unlock the gifts that my ancestors gave me. These books are for kids like me, kids with heart, with pride, and with big dreams. Come join the journey. Collect all 4 Seven the Super Hero books and unlock your power. Available on Amazon and Kindle now. Order your copy today.
All right, peace, family. What's good? Welcome to another episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. I am the God Sincere Love, and I am back with my lovely co-host, Nicety Girl. We are in the building. What's going on, everybody?
That's good. Happy Sunday, everyone. What's up, Jesse Paris? Peace to the God.
All right, so I could be heard pretty good. Am I right?
I can hear you good. No echo on my end, by the way.
All right, that's good. That's good. I don't know what I fixed, but apparently I fixed something. Hopefully, 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 y'all let us know in the chat if we can both be heard and seen and all of that good stuff, and that we are coming through loud and clear. As y'all hit that like button and share this out on your social media platforms to let everybody know that we are live with another episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can be reminded whenever we go live with new episodes of Sincere Love the Godcast or upload new content to the channel. Shout out to the TikTok family in the building as well.
Oh yeah, I forgot we on TikTok.
We live on TikTok as well. So all my
Sure.
TikTok people, y'all make sure y'all tap the screen and do all of the TikTok stuff that need to be done
Yeah,
to
the little
boost the
gifts.
engagement as well.
Yeah, the gifts, the hearts, whatever they do on TikTok. Make sure y'all do that.
Yeah, do all that stuff. Do all that stuff. Are they able to share it as well? Can you share the
I
live?
think I am. Let me try.
If y'all could share the TikTok live, share the TikTok live out as well too, man. Let people know we live over there. People not used to us being live over there yet, so need the
Here's the
street
share
team to get the
button.
word out.
I can share. Yay.
Cool. So it lets you put it on like Twitter and Facebook and shit like that.
Like it lets me share it to people.
Okay, that's good too. That's good too. Hey, actually, by the way, I forgot to let Instagram know we was live. Let me just put this on my story real quick before we get into the game. Let me put this up on my story real quick. Story. Lord. Okay. Peace family, what's good? We live right now on Sincere Love the Godcast. And hold on, y'all ain't even tell me. Peace family, what's good? Y'all ain't even tell me I had a damn runny nose a little bit over here. Hold on a second, y'all. Let
I
me get
didn't
my
see it.
house together. Let me get myself together.
Did I send it? I guess I'm gonna do that. Who's in this group? I don't know. Oh well.
My bad. That central air, man. Turn it off. It's too hot.
Right.
Turn it on. You're having the sniffles and everything. Pardon me, y'all. Pardon me. Let me get this on IG
Wipe
real
my
quick, then we can get started. Peace, family.
camera.
What's good? Listen, we live right now on Sincere Love the Godcast. See, check us out. We live right now. Come check us out. Click this link right here. We're about to chop up some good game. Get started. Peace, family. What's good? Listen, we live right now on Sincere Love the Godcast. See, check us out. We live right now. Come check.
Go to
All right,
here.
cool. All right, we here, family. We here. What's going on with y'all? Shout out to the family in the building. Shout out to Jesse Paris in the building. Early. Shout out to everybody coming up in here. Again, like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. We here on another Sunday with y'all. And we got to talk about Jay-Z at the Roots Picnic. Jay-Z done set the internet on fire.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the hottest talk on the web right now. So we're going to get into it. You know what I mean? We definitely going to get into that, as well as some other hot topics going on out here in these streets. But before we jump right into it, let's talk about some of the leftover stuff, not leftover stuff, but some of the follow-up stuff from last week. Last week we were talking about the NAACP and the fake boycott that they got going on and trying to get the young
The
athletes
athletes.
to carry water for them and all of that shit that they got going on. And what else was it? Because we did a couple of follow up.
So
It was
it looks like Vicky Dillard and what's his name, Scott from African Diaspora, and some other people. They were out in Ohio, and it looks like it was some type of
yeah,
event, where they were out, speaking to our people, about our plight, reparations and things like that. And so it looks like they had a brother, and I don't know this brother's name, so forgive me, but they had a brother there on the panel who was from the NAACP. I think he was the president of the chapter there in Ohio, from what I was seeing on social media, but I hadn't verified that. So again, forgive me. But anyway, he was talking about coalitions. We need to build coalitions, black and brown coalitions and blah, blah, blah. And the crowd just was like, boo. Like if they
Yeah.
had some tomatoes, I think they would have thrown them at him, as they should. It's
Yeah.
like they're not reading the room. They're still speaking old stuff, and we've
Yeah.
evolved. You know what I'm saying? We are on lineage business, and I think they act like if they ignore it long enough, it's going to go away, and it's not.
Mm. This is a guy that was clearly out of touch.
Right.
With what's really going on out here? Like you said, still with the same old black and brown coalition talking points and all of that stuff. And obviously, he represents the NAACP.
Mhm.
So I don't know who he knew in that circle that he got the invite from or whatever. But we try to reach out. Anybody that's in the community doing good work. Well, we doing events and stuff like that. We try to tap in with people who out here, you know, trying to get justice and things of that nature. So I could see why the family wouldn't have a problem by having them come out and giving them
Right.
the mic. But when you get up here, you gotta, like you said, you gotta be able to read the room.
Mm-hmm.
So let me show y'all how this went down.
Numbers, what we can have is that solidarity.
Hold on, they gave the brother the mic. Let me blow this up. They gave the brother the mic, and this is what he had to say.
The numbers, what we can have is that solidarity, because our cause is our cause. So we all know that we want to be able to eat. We should all be able to eat, to flourish, to be able to be happy in this city. And so whatever that looks like to you is what needs to be communicated to the powers that be.
Solid. And low key, I think he kind of knew, because
Yeah, he was stuttering.
he was trying to be a little bit ambiguous with the language.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He was trying to use these broad terms. You know what I'm saying? But brother Scott caught on quick, and he asked the right question. He had the right follow up question for the brother. He said, "Hold on, let me make sure we on the same page here," because everybody was looking. You see everybody's face. Everybody looking like they had some key words. The antennas is going up. So Scott asked a great follow up question right here.
Solidarity with whom? Could you describe who need to be in solidarity with? I'm confused.
For me, that's black and brown people throughout the city.
This is funny. Hold on. This is funny.
I'm confused.
For me, that's black and brown people throughout the city. Well, I'm not sure what the issue is there, but if it's a numbers game, we're at the same problem. But where are we? Hey, the numbers.
And you trying to talk the people down. You know what I'm saying? You speaking to a crowd of people that you I don't even got us up here. My bad, y'all. Let me switch the screen up. 1 second here. All right. Nice. You good? Your screen is black. And I don't hear you. Your screen is black and I don't hear you. Y'all let me know in the chat if I'm good. Can y'all hear me? Can I be heard? Let me make sure we good here. Nice. Your screen is black. And I don't hear you at all. Y'all let me know in the chat if I could be heard. I don't hear Nicey or see Nicey. Y'all let us know what's going on the live stream. Do I need to play the video again? Did y'all see the video? Holla at me in the chat. Let me know what's going on. Can I be seen? Can I be heard? Can y'all see and hear Nicey? The playback of the video, were y'all able to see and hear that? Y'all let us know what's going on. Y'all make sure these technical issues ain't blocking the game. Okay, yeah, you can hear me. Okay, I could be heard, but y'all can't hear Nicey. Yeah, I don't know what's going on her end. What about the video? Were y'all able to hear the video? Let me bring that back. I'm gonna bring it back and let it play straight through without interrupting.
we can have is that solidarity, because our cause is our cause. So we all know that we want to be able to eat. You know, we should all be able to eat, to flourish, to be able to be happy in this city. And so whatever that looks like to you is what needs to be communicated to the powers that be.
Solidarity with whom? Could you describe who need to be in solidarity with? I'm confused.
For me, that's black and brown people throughout the city. Well, I'm not sure what the issue is there, but if it's a numbers game, we have the same problem. But where we? Hey, we have the numbers, but we can't.
So y'all can hear that?
I can hear it.
Okay, good. You back now. Nicety's back now. So yeah, then he tried to talk down the audience. You speaking to a crowd of people that you purport to be out here to represent for. You say something that clearly doesn't land well, and they respond immediately, and you try to talk them down. You try to talk at them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Typical.
saying? You're trying to talk at them instead of saying, "Hold up, okay, let me see what the hell." Well, you know, if you know what I mean. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you are just out of touch. You know what I'm saying? So why not ask questions at that point? Like, hold
Open
on,
ended questions, right?
what did I say wrong? You know, you got the panel up there next to you who can help clear things up. You ain't the only one with a microphone. You know what I'm saying? There was a reason why the brother asked you the follow up question that he asked you. The response that you gave wasn't satisfactory
No.
at
And
all.
again, you're out here talking to event full of black people. There's no quote unquote brown there. So
Where
talk
they
to
at?
me because
Right,
I'm here. They're not here. So speak to me.
right. They're not even out here. They're not even out here. All these people that we supposed to be in solidarity with, go talk that shit to them. Because obviously they ain't trying to be in no solidarity with us. It's
Right.
clear.
Clear. Because they're not there. And also just looking at the expressions of the panel,
Right,
when he said it. Like they
right.
already knew it wasn't gonna go right.
Everybody was looking like,
He ain't with us. He ain't with us.
that was funny though. I want to play it again just to see their faces.
Have is that solidarity, because our cause is our cause. So we all know that we want to be able to eat. You know, we should all be able to eat, to flourish, to be able to be happy in this city. And so whatever that looks like to you is what needs to be communicated to the powers that be.
Solidarity with whom? Could you describe who need to be in solidarity with? I'm confused.
For me, that's black and brown people throughout the city. Well, I'm not sure what the issue is there, but if it's a numbers game, we have the same problem.
He said, I'm not sure what the issue was there, but if it's a numbers game, we're going to have the same problem. Who are the brown people, man?
Right.
Who are the
And let's
brown
be
people?
clear. The time of talking about coalitions and stuff like that, we've tried that already. It's not working. So now we're standing on lineage business. Get with the program or get out. Step to the
Facts.
left.
Facts. What numbers? What are you talking
Who's
about?
number?
Numbers game. We all we got. We all we got.
Right.
But we deep though. We still the largest ethnic group in the country.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that dude, like I said, that dude is just clearly out of touch or just sent. I don't know which one. I
Well,
give
they
him
want to check the temperature too. They're still trying to check the temperature. We know that they're already trying to co-opt the reparations conversation. I mean, we have Auntie Luke out here right now actively. Yeah, reparations for foundational Black Americans is needed, and the Democratic Party has failed. Black Americans, or he's saying specifically foundational Black Americans. If you guys are following him on X, he's very specific. This is the same dude, though,
he's saying
after the
foundational Black
election,
Americans.
who was talking about if another Black person get killed, don't look at me.
Right.
So it's like
But he's saying foundational Black Americans.
he's very specific. He's not saying Black American. He's specifically talking about foundational Black Americans. He's labeling it and also talking about how the Democratic Party has failed to listen to us and reparations are owed to foundational Black Americans. We're not going to let you either co-opt the conversation because we already know you're trying to use us
Because you're
too.
trying to get votes.
You're trying to get votes.
Because you're trying to get votes. Nigga, you been exposed yourself. You was going hard in the paint. You was holding hours and hours long Twitter spaces going hard in the paint against the delineation movement. So
Completely
ain't
hard.
ain't no way you could go undercover. You
And if
fully
you were
exposed.
sincere, if you were really sincere, I would listen to you. You know what I'm saying? Because even if we have personal issues with you, if you are serious, about lineage business, I'm willing to maybe listen to you. You know what I'm saying? But do I trust you? Mm. Because it's like I can't unhear and unsee all the other things that you said.
Right. Right. You was going hard in the paint, man. You was standing on what you were standing on. Now it's all this us we stuff. Like, what?
Yeah, because Joyless Reed is getting on my nerves. Like she literally thinks we're in the UK because with this we, especially when it comes to the reparations conversation, it's like, ma'am, you're Congolese and Guyanese. We who
Right.
who?
Right. So yeah, man. They ain't get they ain't get the memos yet.
I thought I put in there that video in the materials, that clip of Auntie Luke, because I'm not calling him Uncle. Auntie Luke, when
When he
he
was
was talking about, when another Black person gets shot.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that video. Yeah. So yeah, he could kick rocks with his shoes off.
Man,
He
as
could
far
kick
as I'm
rock with his
concerned,
shoes off.
it's because it's mighty convenient, what I'm saying, that everyone didn't know that executive orders can happen, that, a president, can set money aside for specific groups of people. All of a sudden, everything just seems so brand new. We're talking about someone holding the highest office in the United States,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all confused.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I wanted to talk about this story that came out. They was talking about some conservatives are alarmed that Trump may have opened the door to slave reparations. And I was talking
Right.
about this with a couple of my clients the other day. We was having a little political discussion at the suite, and I was telling them, the reason why we better off a lot of times with the Republicans and the right wingers,
Hmm.
they both white supremacist, anti-black. They way more sloppy. The right wingers way more sloppy with how they carry out white supremacy because they so arrogant. Like they really believe in the inferiority of black people. They think that shit is true. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So they fuck around and create an even playing field because they really don't think we can compete. You know what I'm saying? But the Democrats they know exactly who we are, what we're capable of. And that's why they
Right.
move in a more sophisticated way. You know what I'm saying? They make sure that we don't get an inch because they know that we the ones that take an inch
We're gonna
and
run
run
with
with it. You know what I'm
it.
saying? They understand that. A lot of times the right wingers, they sleep on that. And
Right.
so they'll implement some shit that is not intended for us to benefit from, but we'll benefit from it, you know what I'm saying, just by circumstance.
And sometimes
And
I think,
so,
even though sometimes I do believe in their arrogance, I 100% believe in their arrogance, but sometimes I feel like some things are intentional because, again, they also think that we're low IQ, right? So they're throwing the ball, you know what I'm saying? And we're supposed to be saying, here I am, coach, throw it to me. But you got Negroes who are still on this whole, Democrats, I mean, Republicans bad and racist, and Democrats are our savior. So
right.
sometimes I do think the throwing us the ball is intentional. It's like, but Nick, is you gonna pick it up? Are
Mm,
you gonna pick up what I'm
I haven't
dropping?
seen that.
I
I
haven't
ain't
seen
seen
it,
that.
but I just feel like it can be a combination of two because Negroes, I'm telling you all day, it's mind-boggling to me how willingly Black people are ready to jump back on the plantation
Yeah,
over ice and stuff that has nothing to do with us.
right. And the way this article is written too is like a lot of like the slant on this article is mad false. But they're saying President Trump's $1.8 billion slush fund for Trump-linked institutions and Trump supporters, according to one conservative, is a gateway to something most right wingers oppose, which is reparations for the descendants of American slaves. And so again, we talked about that last week. The fund is not for Trump supporters and
No.
Institutions that just support Trump. The Trump is for, the fund is for anybody that felt like,
Agreed.
yeah, they've been aggrieved by the government. They've been carrying out lawfare, using government weaponization to carry out lawfare against you, then you could qualify, regardless of party, regardless of what. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. The way that they wrote it is like, But anyway, they saying it will set a precedent that a future president could use to bypass Congress and the courts to implement wide-reaching policies without congressional support, including race-based reparations. I don't know about the race-based reparations part.
That was intentional.
Right. They dog whistling.
Mm-hmm. That
You know
was
what I'm saying?
intentional.
But they do have a point about him setting a precedent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's basically what Joy and them was talking about on their show last week. Like, oh, okay, we doing that now? Okay, so next time we get a Democratic president, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing about what you can't do. That's basically what they were saying.
But you already knew that you could, so stop playing with me.
Yeah. I'm not like, yeah, we already know what it is with them, but I'm just talking about the precedent itself.
Right.
And this is what I mean by the way that the Republicans move, they sloppy with it. They do shit like this that's going to create a lane for us to be able to get progress on what we actually need to get progress in, even though that's not their intentions.
It's not their intentions, but it's also not the Democrats' intentions.
Hell
Right?
no.
So they're going to talk about it. Oh, so once a
They're the
Democrat get in
worst.
office, I don't want to hear this and that. So that's them pretending, right, that they're going to push hard for it when they ain't going to do nothing.
Yeah, they against it. They against it their damn self.
I think they're more against it. If you ask me, y'all are more against it because y'all have had this BS HR 40 since 19 or whatever,
88.
and you ain't done nothing with that time I'm studying, and you haven't even studied shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But that's what it be.
And as a matter of fact, what's his name? Governor Newsom here yesterday. I think it was yesterday or something. He's been on this whole, tweeting thing, and he's talking about, with the redistricting and blah, blah, blah. This is Jim Crow 2.0 and blah, blah, blah. And I've been eating his tail up too, because you weren't talking about Jim Crow 2.0 when you blocked our reparations. So who's more racist? Is Trump more racist, for are the Republicans more racist because they're trying to level out the playing field, or are you more racist because you block reparations specifically for freedmen?
Speak on that.
Like, don't play with me. Like, people have been eating his tail up because they're still running on, and they have no other thing to run on other than Republican races, and that's it.
Right. But here's the Luke video that you was talking about.
These 12% of black men who voted for this psycho motherfucker are sat home. I'm looking forward to them get their ass lynched by the police officers. I'm not going to fucking protest under no circumstance at all. So I'm sitting my ass back with my popcorn, and these 12% of black.
He looking forward to niggas getting lynched. He gonna get his
popcorn.
popcorn.
To it. Listen to the words.
He gonna get his popcorn.
With butter and some caramel on it.
You know what I mean? So yeah, miss me with that shit. Miss me with all that shit.
I can't unsee and I can't unhear that at all. Now let me tell you, see what he posted about foundational Black Americans. He's very, very specific, and his outreach to foundational Black Americans.
Somebody said Trump got sued for housing discrimination against black people in the 80s, so he's more racist. They both racist. Can't say he's more racist. What did the
Democrats do about it?
Yeah, he was a Democrat at the time.
Right.
At that time, he was a Democrat. He was a registered Democrat, and he was a Democratic donor at that time. He was running around with the Clintons and all of that. And so again, they all racist. Party don't mean nothing. You pulling up? You say you pulling up a video
Yeah, he
from?
got a lot of. I should have put it in a thing when I seen it, but you can go to the next one. I'll get it in there. Oh, here he is. When I'm elected to Congress, I'm pushing for reparations for foundational Black Americans,
If he don't,
descendants of slaves in America. Reparations means justice, economic repair, land ownership, opportunity, and restoring wealth stolen for generations. It's time for accountability. Make sure you're on the right side of history. That's Auntie Luke, y'all.
he could go ahead some damn where. Ain't nobody jacking that.
Right.
Ain't nobody jacking that, man. But anyway, we got a couple of entertainment things to get into for the day because I know a lot of y'all seen the title. Some of y'all coming in because of the title, because of the Jay-Z title. Y'all like, damn, when y'all gonna talk about the Jay-Z shit? We get into it.
Right.
We get into it. But this Sincere Love the Godcast, man. We got to catch everybody up on what's going on out here in these
Right.
streets. You know what I'm saying? But we can get into some of the entertainment stories that's going on out here.
How about let's talk about the fake Rick Ross?
Yeah, that pissed me off, man.
Let's talk about the fake Rick Ross, the identity theft Rick Ross.
Yeah, man, this is corny to me, man. And I like Rick Ross. Like, I'm a fan of Rick Ross music. I think he's dope. You know what I'm saying? But I think we was talking about this when we was talking about the Drake shit. I was like, it's a lot of cornballs that make good music. You know what I'm saying? Drake
Yep.
ain't the only one. And so this Rick Ross nigga is a prime example. You know what I'm saying? Just a super cornball. But he talented, though. He's a talented
Right.
cornball. You know what I'm saying? But he was out here being very disrespectful to Freeway Rick, who he got his name from. You know what I'm saying? Because the dude, I forgot this guy's name that's interviewing him, but let me show y'all. And fair use, by the way. But this dude was asking him questions about, the inspiration for his name.
What are you talking about? Pull up crack. Pull up smoking crack. Freeway smoking crack. This what you should be talking about on your
him smoking crack.
You let me down. You're disappointing me because where's the crack? Pull it up. I don't see it. Pull up the headlines.
So he asking him about the lawsuit, because remember Freeway was suing him.
Sued him. Right.
You know what I'm saying, for the rights to his name. He lost the suit or whatever the case may be. He lost it. But that's clearly where you got your name from.
Right. And he only lost the suit because they said something about what is it when you wait too long? Statutes of
Statute of
limitation, basically.
limitations.
Yeah. That was
Statute
the
of
only reason
limitations.
why he
That's what it
lost.
was. That's what it was.
Yep.
Damn. How long was that?
Right.
Statute of limitations. That don't even sound right.
That's what they was coming. I seen him on I think it was Vlad. And Vlad talked to him about it or whatever, and he was saying something to that effect too.
But your name is Rick Ross. You named yourself after this man. Your name is like what's his name?
His
Like
name is William
Robert?
Leonard Roberts.
Yeah, I was gonna say Robert Williams. Your name is William Roberts, but your rap name is Rick Ross. Just like Freeway from Philly. Shout out to Freeway. Shout out to Freeway. He got his name from Freeway Rick Ross too. Both of y'all got your name from him. You know what I'm saying? I never heard Freeway try to downplay it or nothing like that. So shout out to Freeway. But this is corny right here. All you got to do is just pay respect. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You named yourself after a real street boss. Now you're talking about he was a crackhead and this, that, and the third. Okay, so why'd you name yourself after a crackhead then?
Crackhead, right.
If that's all he was, why you name yourself after a crackhead? Because that's clearly who you named yourself after.
And if you look in the comments, ain't nobody buying it.
Right.
And nobody is feeling this interview at all.
He played himself with this one. Bad. Hold on, let me finish it.
You're saying now or back in the days? Because we know back in the days he had issues.
We don't know nothing. I'm asking to pull it up.
Yeah.
Where's the facts? We talking facts. When he sued me, he had to admit the facts about him being an informant, cooperating with this and that.
We know that. We talked about that. That's not something that we don't know.
Why you're not? That's what people.
Oh, that was the conversation. No, and that's why the interview did well, because we specifically talked about that. He had a big role in
you
that.
ain't mentioning it to me.
Oh, no. The question I asked
that he was abusing crack.
Yeah,
I'm sure he came and lied to you and told you he made $3 million a day, and he never did. He ever show you a home?
That shit.
No.
Hold on.
Did he ever show you a home?
He said he.
Did he show you his car collection?
No.
Did he show you his watch collection? What the $3 million a day? Where was it going to? Thank you.
Yeah.
Listen, Freeway Rick history is documented, nigga.
Right.
It's well
Helping
documented.
Anita Baker's career. Like, boy.
Right. His shit is well documented, man. I got the book Dark Alliance right over here right now. Gary Webb got all the receipts, nigga. Got all the goddamn receipts. The one thing that get on my nerves about Rick Ross is he always in character.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga is he never turns it off. This is the closest I've seen to him breaking character ever, because he's in his feelings right now in this interview. My man got him tight by asking him these questions. So he kind of breaking the Rick Ross character a little bit, but that's the main thing that always get on my nerves. He always boasts. He act like he in the booth recording all the time. Like, you never can just have a regular conversation where you just be yourself. You know what I'm saying? That shit is corny.
Retarded.
That shit is corny. Now he wasn't nothing but a crackhead, and he wasn't really getting money and all of that. But you named yourself after
you
this
got
man.
money now.
I mean,
thank you. This PBD, your listeners deserve better. This is Ricky Rose.
Did he at all inspire the name, though? That's the only question.
I thought I've answered that 3 times.
I don't think you did. I think you went to crack, and I know he had the crack issue.
Why would a crackhead
introduce it to a lot of young kids, and it was a bad thing?
Why would a crackhead inspire the boss Rick Ross to want to be the informant? That's not. No, that's why the lawsuit failed.
So the two of you guys have never spoken one-on-one.
This is a bad look.
And that comments, like I said, nobody is really in support of him except for one dude. He said, well, anyways, the way Rick Ross finessed his way into arguably a $200 million empire, even after the misstep 20 years later, should be studied, because he had to do something right to accumulate and maintain that amount of wealth against all odds.
He's a smart businessman. I give him that.
Yeah.
I give him that. He makes great investments. You know what I'm saying? Outside of music. You know what I'm saying? He papered up now. But that's not the end all be all that make you, you know what I'm saying, respectable. Just having money. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he uses. That's what all his deflections is about. Oh, this nigga was a crackhead. He ain't never show you no watches. He ain't never show you no homes.
He was never flashy.
It's all about respect me because I got money.
Right.
I got money, so I should be respected. It don't work like that. You can't buy respect, homie.
Nope.
Can't pay for that.
And again, Rick Ross was almost like
he was very low key.
Very low key. He didn't
notoriously low key.
He wasn't flashy like that because he knew if I do all this stuff, I'm gonna make the police is really gonna looking at me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If I'm got all these flashy cars and jewelry and stuff on.
He was notoriously low key. He knew better than to be out here doing all of that. But shout out to Freeway Rick, man. Shout out to Freeway Rick. He should have won that lawsuit though. I don't know what they talking about with no goddamn statute of limitations.
Right. So we also got to again, shout out to Ye. He laughing all the way to the bank, even though he got people trying to shut him down from all angles. He just secured another 44 M's in Turkey.
And one night. Shout out to Ye, man. He broke the record for the biggest sold out stadium ever. I think it was 118,000 seats out there in Istanbul, Turkey.
Yeah.
Sold that thing out, doing what he do. You know what I'm saying? You know he's blocked from performing in a lot of countries, even in America. You You know, they blocking him from performing in a lot of countries. So he's going to all of these remote places that a lot of people usually don't even tour at and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And he's selling these shits out. The biggest stadiums
Right.
they got, he's filling them up. And so he had a show last night, the same night as the Roots picnic was going on. He was on the other side of the world, standing on top of the world, doing what he do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Ye, man. He's winning against all odds.
Yeah.
Can't do nothing but respect that.
My thing is in real time he's figuring out a way
Yeah,
to win, without the machine.
yeah,
Okay, the machine don't want me, so what? You know what I'm saying? I'm Ye, let me, do something despite
yeah,
it. So
yeah. He figuring out how to navigate this shit. Like I said, against all odds, winning big too. You
I
know what
know.
I'm saying? Winning very bigly, like Trump would say. You know
My
what I
thing is
mean?
too, with him not, going through the middleman, the machine and stuff like that, wouldn't he see more of his money? You know what I'm saying? In these circumstances?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when it comes to shows and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure he was getting a lion's share for a long time anyway. But even outside of that, when it comes to publishing and stuff like that, certainly he definitely, you know what I'm saying, because
Right.
you cutting out a lot of that. But he did do a deal with an independent distribution company, which is Gamma.
Hmm.
I didn't get to look too much into what their situation is, but I have been meaning to look into that because they're the ones that gave us Sexy Red. And we had talked about them before. They got that black dude who's the CEO, but it's really this Israeli guy and some other dude that's the money behind it. And Gamma's fairly new. They haven't been around for a long time, but they gave us Sexy Red. Like that's their first big act. You know what I'm saying? And so now Jay, he doing business with them. And so they are an independent distribution company, but they have the infrastructure of like a major. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so they the reason why he's able to get these shows booked, why he was able to do SoFi Stadium and all of that. And so they do put up a lot of money up front, you know what I'm saying, to make this stuff happen. But from the optics of it, I respect the situation that they got going on because regardless of the controversy, which they had to know was coming,
Hmm.
they standing with them. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And so I don't think no other companies out there that was trying to do it. So all I could do at this moment is pop my collar based on what I know.
And that's like, since those other companies wouldn't, that's low hanging fruit for them.
Right? They like shit.
Yeah, we get it. Let's
We
get it.
independent out here. Let's do what we
Mhm.
do. And they was really the ones that was orchestrating everything when that festival out there in the UK was trying to keep Ye as,
Right. And
as
the
the
Pepsi
headliner
and
and
all
all of
that.
that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That was through them. They basically being the liaisons behind the scenes to say, yo, look, ain't gonna be no antics. It's just gonna be about the show. It's just gonna be about the music. Ain't gonna be no wild rants or nothing like that. You know, he's on his meds, whatever they saying behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it. I appreciate it
Yeah.
because Ye is a great talent. To me, he's the greatest hip hop artist. You know what I'm saying? Period. And so it would be a shame for him to really be blackballed in a way where he's not able to do his thing and get his art out there. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I love to see it myself personally. Um, but speaking of greatest artists of all time, Michael Jackson. And I finally saw the movie too, by the way. I went to see
Oh, did you see it? How
Michael
did you
Jackson
like?
movie. I like the Michael Jackson movie. It's a good movie. There are some things that I want to point out that I didn't hear nobody really talk about. Maybe they did. The movie is a good movie as far as the entertainment value and all of that. The acting is spectacular. You know what I'm saying? Reenacting, all of those highlights is basically a highlight reel of Mike becoming Mike. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? But I still feel like it's a setup. Like they building him up and they setting him up just to chop him down. You know what I mean? Because um, after my son and everybody went to go see the movie, they seen it way before me. When they came back from watching the movie and I seen the light in their eyes
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Especially Zaire, because Zaire, he too cool for school. You know what I'm saying? Everything, most of my kids, everything is like all right to them. Like, yeah, it was
Right.
cool. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna give nothing too much props. But when him and his boys came back in the house after they watched that movie, they was lit up. They like, yo, Michael Jackson is the GOAT. Like they was
Yeah, the king, for
listening to nothing
real.
but Michael Jackson. So I'm like, okay, this was good to drill that into the next generation of who he really was and how big he was. But when I saw it, to me, it still doesn't do justice of what we lived and experienced. You know what I'm
But there's
saying?
gonna be another in production for the other part.
I'm just talking about just that
Yeah,
section,
this one.
just that section of, it doesn't truly capture the majesty and the magic of Michael Jackson to me. I don't
Yeah,
think a movie can do it though. You know what I'm
right.
saying? You got 2 hours, you really can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But obviously to the kids that didn't live through it, it's still having the same type of effect. And so I appreciate that, but it seems like it's just a setup because they like to have these long running jokes, the white supremacists do.
Right.
And so to me, it's just a big build up just to break them down because the story was basically about him getting his ass whipped by his daddy and him being afraid of his daddy and his daddy trying to control his life and his career and all that. That was the story. And
It was.
that didn't have to be the story. You know what I'm saying? Like we understand, Joe was a little rough around the edges, you know what I'm saying? They had their issues or whatever the case may be. But after the first couple of scenes, we got the point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That didn't have to be what the movie was about. You know what I'm saying? But they made Joe the boogeyman. They made Joe the villain of the movie. I kind of understand why Janet probably ain't signed off,
Didn't want to be a part of it.
ain't want to be a part of that. Because I didn't really like that. I ain't
Or
like that.
Ruby.
Reby, I don't know too much about Reby's like
Yeah,
real
she
life or
wasn't in
whatever.
the movie though. Like they have what? How many kids is there?
A
7,
gang of
8,
them.
9 of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so, yeah, I just didn't like how they villainized him like that throughout the whole movie. And to me, it's like, okay, yeah, now we got him built up in the minds of the youth and all of that. So when we come with this next movie, we could drag him through the mud.
Well,
You know what I'm
see,
saying?
because the family is behind, the story of it, I don't think they're gonna go there. I don't think so.
They are.
You
I'm
think
telling you,
so?
they are. Yeah, and the family's not going to be as involved. The family was involved with this one. You know what I'm saying? But there's a reason why they had to stop where they stopped because there's certain rights that they don't have control over. There's certain parts of the story
Mm,
that the family doesn't have control over that other people have the rights to. That other people have gag orders and stuff like that
right.
going on. And so the next part, they're not going to be as hands on. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
yeah.
It's probably going. You know what I mean? It's probably going to be a whole different production.
I hope
No,
not.
no Antoine Fuqua, none of that. And who's gonna be the boogeyman? Is it gonna be Michael Jackson? It's gonna be Wacko Jacko.
Wow. I hope not.
It's
I'm
gonna be
excited to
Wacko
see it though.
Jacko.
I'm excited to see it, but they better not go there. Because my
I
thing
just feel
is
like
that
that's where
whole
they're going with
Wacko
it.
Jacko thing has been refuted already. There's no proof of him being Wacko Jacko. There's no proof of him being a PDF. There's no proof of that. With
Think they
all the
care?
long-term investigations that the FBI did, there's nothing that was true. There's nothing.
It's
Nothing came of
Hollywood.
it. So we cannot keep going with the Wacko Jacko thing.
It's Hollywood, man. It's Hollywood. They got a vendetta. You know what I'm saying? They don't forgive. They don't forget.
Right.
They don't let nothing go. They got a documentary right now on Netflix doing just that.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah, right now. They just put out a brand new documentary on Michael Jackson talking about what's it called? The verdict or something like that.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. It just feel like a setup to me.
Well, speaking of Netflix, I don't know if y'all looked at the series Nemesis yet.
I
I
did.
thoroughly enjoyed it.
I did.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I appreciate the fact that they didn't crowbar none of that agenda shit up in there. That's like one of the
Yes. So
first
far, so
shows
good.
and I've seen in a long time where they didn't do that. I was waiting. I'm like, okay, but at any minute now, somebody gonna get bent over.
Right.
But no, they ain't even go there.
Yeah.
He
And
ain't
it
gonna
was
go there.
filmed here in LA. I love the fact that they put some of our well-known chicken spots out here, Jim Dandy's and
I
churches
wanted
and
to
stuff.
ask you
If you
that.
know,
Matter of
you
fact,
know.
I wanted to ask you how y'all feel about the movie because like the one dude that they had, I forgot his name, but he was
The
the
one who
Crip
kept saying,
nigga.
"Cuz."
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way that they had him talking and just some of the slang words, the way that they was being used and all that. Did y'all feel like it was authentic representation?
To a degree, yeah, especially the cuss part, because that is like I have family members who talk like that on a regular. Like, I'm sorry, right now today, what I'm saying? Oh, cuz, like, yeah, cuz, yes, every
Okay.
other word, like, seriously, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted
And
to
and
ask
I
you that.
also knew that he was gonna be a problem. I don't want
Oh
to tell
yeah.
it for those that I already knew it was coming. I just didn't know when
Yeah.
because how he spoke and stuff.
Yeah. They wrote it good. They wrote it good,
Yeah.
but I didn't know if they was exaggerating with it or not because it's the same lady that do the Power Show, right?
Oh, I don't know. I
I
don't know.
believe I
But even
believe
the
it's
daddy.
I believe it's the lady that writes for Power also. And with some of the Power shows, I didn't watch all of them, but with some of the Power shows, that was one of the things I didn't like about it. Like the way that they was using like the 5% slang and all of that stuff.
I'll see, and I don't know. I wouldn't know how,
Yeah,
what I'm saying, that would have been on that because I love power, what I'm saying,
yeah,
but not being a New Yorker, I really didn't know
yeah. Some of it was like a little like, niggas don't really talk
over the
like that.
top.
Niggas don't really
Now,
talk like
maybe
that.
she's not from New York, though.
Yeah, but 50 Cent from New York. Shit.
Yeah, so, yeah, what I'm saying? Now, even the dad, I know some old Negroes right now that act like that today, y'all, in LA, today. That's on that type of time.
That was an interesting little dynamic that they had going on. He didn't want the son to be around his grandfather and stuff like
Because
that.
how he was.
Yeah, yeah. It was cool. It was
It was
cool. I
good.
enjoyed it.
I mean, I'm waiting for the second season.
I did enjoy it. I had it on while I was cutting. Um so yeah, all right, cool. So the former Turks and Caicos premier Michael Missick is
Hmm.
sentenced to more than 4 years in prison. This is the guy that used to date
He was married.
married Lisa Ray, right?
Yeah. When she was
Good.
the princess or the queen of the island or something like that? She
Yeah.
became.
Yeah. So he got himself in some type of scandal out there. The former premier of Turks and Caicos and the ex-husband of actress Lisa Ray McCoy has been sentenced to more than 4 years in prison for a long-running corruption case. According to Associated Press, Missick received a sentence of 4 years and 26 days after being convicted on 3 counts of bribery. Prosecutors allege that he abused his public office and benefited from government land deals involving developers. So he was finessing,
So that's some
apparently.
non-FBA stuff. Non-FBA scamming.
The sentencing marks another major development in a case that has been unfolding for more than a decade. They've been on his head top.
They've been on his helmet.
Missick has consistently denied wrongdoing and previously argued that the charges against him were politically motivated. Possible.
Could be.
2 other men were also sentenced in connection with the case. Former cabinet minister McAllister Hanchel was sentenced to 3 years in prison, while attorney Thomas Missick, Michael's brother, received 4-year sentence as well. Reports state all 3 men were taken into custody and are expected to appeal. The corruption investigation dates back to 2009, when Britain suspended parts of Turks and Caicos government and imposed direct rule over the territory amid allegations involving government officials and lucrative land transactions. Missick resigned as premier that same year as the scandal intensified. While many entertainment fans may remember Missick from his high-profile marriage to Lisa Ray, the former political leader is now at the center of one of the Caribbean's most significant corruption cases, with the latest court ruling bringing the years-long legal battle into a new chapter. So yeah, most of these
So now I'm
islands.
suspicious. You know, you got Brenton over here worried about land deals and stuff because maybe they didn't get a piece of the pie.
Right. That's why I said it's possible. It could be politically motivated because at the end of the day, they're still under the British crown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got paper independence, but most of these islands are still ran by their former colonizers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They still under that thumb. So you're supposed to know better.
You're supposed to know better.
You ain't supposed to get so comfortable. You know what I mean? You think you could do what they do. You got to be a little more strategic than that. Got to be a little more strategic than that, homie.
And they'll let you do it. Like they said, for 10 years.
Right.
They'll let you do it.
Right. So, yeah, 4 years, it ain't too bad. You'd be all right, I guess. But anyway, let's talk about the Jay-Z thing. So, my man Jay-Z, the GOAT.
And I know as a New Yorker, you were really excited because I was literally about to send this to you and you had already posted. I was like, he on it.
I fuck with Jay-Z, man. I know a lot of people don't fuck with Jay-Z like that, even from New York or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people don't really fuck with Jay-Z like that. I do. Jay-Z is the GOAT, man. Y'all know Nas is my favorite MC, but Jay-Z is the GOAT, man. Kanye is the greatest artist. Jay-Z is just the GOAT, period. And Nas is the best MC. That's how it is for me. That's just me.
So are all three of them GOATs?
Yeah.
Okay.
In their own way.
In their own way.
In their own way.
Nas is the GOAT as far as lyricism.
His pen. Yeah.
Jay-Z is the GOAT of...
To me, the reason why I say Jay-Z is the GOAT, because no matter who your favorite MC is, my favorite MC is Nas, but Jay-Z can rap just as good as Nas. Like, it's toss-up. It's me right there. It ain't like he just way nicer than him. He's right there. You're on the same bracket. But then when you start adding everything else into the play, he starts stretching everything out because he just had a better career. He way more successful. Right. You know what I'm saying? He's way more impactful. Like Nas, he on stage all the time. You know what I'm saying? He perform all the time. He doesn't have this kind of impact. Jay-Z do one freestyle, the whole internet is on fire.
Why?
Because Jay-Z has a certain mystique about himself. The way that he's able to curate his image, his career, and all of that. He knows the art of marketing very well. You know what I'm saying? He understands the science of scarcity. He's not on social media like that. You know what I'm saying? He's not overexposed like that. He does everything very calculated. And so, he has maintained his status throughout the years because of those things. And so whenever he show up, like Jay-Z don't got to do much. Earlier this year, Jay-Z, he didn't make no announcement. He didn't do nothing. On streaming platforms, he changed the spelling of his name to include the little dots over top of the... Yeah, the little dots over top of the Y. That was how the fonts were on his name when he first came out, during the Reasonable Doubt era and all of that. And so this year...
back to that.
This year is the 30-year anniversary of Reasonable Doubt. And so without making no announcements, without doing nothing, all he did was put them two dots on top of the Y, and that made him trend. Viral. Yeah, just by doing that. You know what I'm saying? That made him trend. And then he started releasing singles from 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Just songs from 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Songs that been out, they've been on streaming platforms, most of them. There's a couple that enter streaming platforms for the first time. But most of these songs that he's been releasing all throughout the year are songs that already been on streaming platforms. He just repackaged them and he land back on the top of the charts. He right now is averaging over 40 million monthly listeners.
Wow.
And he don't got no new music out.
No, nothing new.
He got over 1 billion streams in 2026 with no new music out. You know what I'm saying? So hate him or love him, you can't front on the impact. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny the impact. Like Jay-Z, he's very strategic. He know how to move. He understands his value and who he is, and he moves according to that. He don't cheapen his brand. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He keeps it, high end and exclusive. You know what I mean? And so Noah disagrees respectfully. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I know a lot of people don't like Jay-Z,
I forget
but
about some chat. Let me get in the chat.
yeah, he is who he is. And so who else, I don't care how good they rap, who else could get up on stage tonight and do a freestyle and have the whole world talking about it tomorrow? Who else?
Kendrick Lamar.
No. No.
Kendrick.
And I love Kendrick. I love Kendrick. But no. You know what I'm saying? No. I don't think so. Not like that. Mm-mm.
No.
But anyway.
Let's talk about the freestyle though. Because I know you're gonna break it down, and that's what I'm here for.
It was a dope freestyle. And I'm pretty sure there's still some bars in there that I'm not catching because some of it I can't even understand exactly what he's saying on some of it. So I kind of hope that he records it and like puts it out. You know what I'm saying? So I can hear everything that he's saying clearly. But Young Call It Dawn had sent me the lyrics, but I know some of these lyrics is wrong.
I think it's on his page, right?
On whose page?
On Don.
Oh, he put it on his page?
Yeah.
Okay. But he DM'd it
You
to
have
me,
to
so I
click
got
on
it.
the caption or whatever, and it's all in there. If I'm not mistaken. Let me pull it up.
I got it because he DM'd it to me. And so let me just play it real quick.
Okay.
And then we can get into it. Okay, yeah, we got it up here already. Let me just play the freestyle. And then we'll break some of it down. Talk about the shots that was thrown and all of that.
And fair use, by the way, fair use, everybody.
This should be good. I mean, it's just an acapella joint.
Yeah.
We should be good with this one. But yeah, just in case. But here it goes.
Hattie's turning 100. If she would have transitioned before I cleared my name, I would have hunted them. Every one of them playing these silly games. That 1-800 ambulance chaser would have wished one came. But
what happened?
Let me see if I could do it this way.
By the way, Noah Randall.
Hattie's turning 100.
I'm trying to do it where we could be on the screen.
Oh.
So I don't got to play the whole video. I could just pause it after certain parts. But what Noah said, though.
So Noah said, salute to you, Sincere and Icy. But Sean isn't special. He stole Sonny Cheba's whole style at first. And then he said, this feels like AB Soul's whole style.
Ab-Soul. He looked like Ab-Soul.
Ab-Soul. Ab-Soul. So I don't even know who that is.
He from Cali. He from Carson. But he looked like Ab-Soul with that afro. That's what he was giving me by the look. But I mean, shit, you can't help how you look. Yeah. Ain't like he trying to look like Ab-Soul. And you say he stole Sonny Chiba's whole style?
That's what he said.
Jay-Z got so many styles, though. Does he still rap like Sonny Chiba now? I mean, Sonny Chiba didn't make it past 97. I'm sorry. I like those guys. They was good.
Spirit Wonder says, no. Sincere, meaning sincere. You don't think so, but I know someone. Kendrick has more impact than Jay. Spirit Wonder said that.
I mean, look, you can't really measure it. You can't really measure it like that. And I ain't gonna take nothing away from Kendrick. I love Kendrick. But you can't really measure it like that because it's not 30 years later for Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? We gotta wait until Kendrick is at his 30-year mark to see if he still got the same type of relevance that Jay-Z got right now. So like you can't really compare. That's like, you want to compare LeBron and Michael Jordan. People gonna have that argument all the time, but it's different eras. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you. Kendrick is the nigga. You know what I mean? I ain't taking that away from him. I'm pretty sure 30 years from now, he still will be relevant. But I'm just saying at this point, at this juncture, we can't really say that. It's 30 years later for Jay-Z, and he's still who he is. There's nobody else that we can say that about, not on this level. There's other people that have been around that long that's still doing their thing, but not on this level. This is like LeBron James still being at the top of his game 20 years later without falling off ever. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z is that. Whether you like him or not. You know, whether you like him, that's your personal opinion. That's fine. Everybody ain't gonna like him. But I'm just talking about his accomplishments and his longevity, his staying power. That can't really be denied. That's not up for debate. That's not even an opinion.
And for those that don't know, I'm not the biggest Jay-Z fan at all. Like, I like some of his stuff from I was he in the 90s, late 90s, early
Yeah,
2000s, like, or whatever. But
came out in 96.
yeah, I'm not the one. Like, I'm gonna always say something smart. I'm gonna say something negative. I'm gonna say something
I
negative
know.
after all this, by the way. I
I
got
know. And
something in
that's why I was
chamber for his ass.
yeah, I already know. I was glad you put that video that you put in there too.
Yeah.
We definitely gonna play that because I wanted to speak
Yeah.
on that myself. I was
Yeah.
glad you put that in there. I said, yeah, we definitely got to talk about that. Actually, I wanted to talk about that first.
Okay.
I
Let's
did
do
want to
it.
talk about that first. Let me go back. Let me go back to that video before we even get into the lyrics.
Yeah.
Because I put on when I posted it, the clip, it wasn't even the full freestyle because people was posting it in clips when I seen it last night. I had posted it, and in my caption, I want to clear up my caption because in my caption, I was talking about him contradicting himself from when he did the GQ interview, and he was talking about battling and rap beef and all of that shouldn't be a part of the culture no more, and the culture can't really stand it no at this point in time. And so we kind of need to do away with that same way we did away with breakdancing and shit like that. Like, he was saying that in the interview, and now you back out here dissing. And so in my caption, I realized it seemed like I was being critical of him doing that, but I was really just trying to point out that I know he opened himself up to that kind of
To that
criticism.
criticism.
Yeah, I already know that that's how people gonna come at him with that. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, it looks kind of funny style, but I didn't agree with him when he was saying that in the interview. And so I'm glad that he had a change of heart. So let me play the part about the interview. Let me play the clip from the
Wait,
interview.
should he address it though? Should he address the fact that he was critical or
No,
basically saying we need to do away with it, yet
no,
he's now
he shouldn't.
responding? Okay.
No, he shouldn't. And the only reason why I say he shouldn't is because that wouldn't be Jay-Z of him. This
Okay.
is how Jay-Z moves. This is, you know what I'm saying? He don't address
I ain't
every
clearing
little thing.
shit up.
Right. He don't address every little thing. And when he do address it, it's going to be the way that he did last night. One
Got it.
big swoop. You know what I mean? He did the same thing years ago with Summer Jam, in different parts of his career where he would come out. He would never do interviews or run to a podcast or whatever to go address every single thing or rumor or his detractors or whatever the case may be. He going to do it in a creative way in a song or freestyle or something where he gets to control the narrative.
Right.
But this was him earlier this year in the GQ interview talking about battling
Like
and
a
rap
month or
beefs
two
and all
ago?
that. Yeah, just recently.
So I'm gonna say it. I don't know if battling needs to be part of the culture anymore.
Yeah.
It's like trying to tear down the people's life.
Yeah.
It's like trying to, wreck this guy's marriage or this guy's relationship with his child. And it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's worth it at this point.
Yeah.
Get mad, but I
Okay, I don't know what she's talking about, but we got the point.
Mm-hmm.
We got the point. So go ahead, Nicey, what you was going to say about that?
Well, that was it. I felt like he was being very hypocritical. I feel like, you used the Roots picnic, to do what you just a month or two ago said we should do away with. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say that about the culture and then dive right back into what hip hop originally was about. One of the, what did you call it? Tears or whatever that is part of hip hop,
He was saying
basically.
pillar.
Breakdancing.
He
You know what I'm
was saying
saying?
there
You
was an
can't do that.
element. He
Elements,
was
that's the word.
he was saying it was an element of hip hop, which no, that's not even true. You know what I'm saying? It's a part of hip hop, yes, but it wasn't like a element like breaking, rhyming, graffiti. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like one of those pillar elements of the culture, the way he was saying it. So I didn't agree with that when he was saying it either. But and like I said, I knew that he was going to be called a hypocrite for this. But to me, and when we talked about it at the time when the interview did come out, I was saying this. You could tell that he wasn't settled on his opinion when he was talking about it. He kept saying throughout the whole thing, I don't know. I'm not sure. And he even said, it's not in that clip, but he even said, I kind of hate that I feel this way, but that's just, how I'm feeling it at the moment. You know what I'm saying? He was wrestling with whether or not he thinks it's a good idea. He wasn't settled on it. He wasn't trying to wag his finger and say, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We
See,
dealt
you
with,
are too nice to Jay-Z sometimes.
I like Jay-Z. I'm a fan of Jay-Z. But
Like,
I'm not
nigga
lying
said
though.
it.
But I'm not lying. He kept saying over and over again, I don't know. I'm not sure. He kept saying that. He said it over and over again. I don't know about that. I'm not really sure. Maybe. Am I just getting old? He was questioning himself throughout the whole time he was saying it. He was questioning himself. He was like, am I the old nigga now? Am I just getting old? I don't know. Maybe I could be tripping. That's what he was saying. And so people have the right to be hypocritical. Being a hypocrite is human nature. We all hypocritical. We all contradict ourselves. People change their minds. And you could tell in that moment he wasn't settled on one thing or the other, but those were the thoughts that were swirling around his mind at that moment. You know what I mean? And so that's what it is. But
He didn't even know the 5 pillars or elements of hip hop
he was
when he
wrong.
said them in there. Like, how do you not know when you 30 years in the game?
He was wrong. He was definitely wrong. And I don't think he was wrong because he don't know. I think he was wrong because he's trying to control the narrative. He's trying to he's trying to tell it the way he want to tell it to make it fit what he's trying to say. And so he was dead wrong with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? All that shit that he was saying, like I said, battling itself is not an element of hip hop. The way that he said it's not. And then even when he was talking about, the DJ not being in the forefront, that don't mean DJing is not hip hop no more. Yeah, once upon a time, it was DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Right.
It was Eric B and Rakim. And, the DJ was in the forefront. That's why when me and RP came out as a group, we made it DJ RP Beats and Sincere Love to God to pay homage to that tradition. You know what I'm saying? But DJing is still hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that element doesn't exist anymore. And that's what he was saying in the interview. He was just wrong about that. And he was wrong because he was trying to spin it based on this idea of getting rid of the battle, getting rid of the beef shit and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So he was wrong.
And it was only because, honestly, he had to really maybe address it because of the Drake thing. Because Drake, was doing the whining and crying and suing and stuff like that. And it was really a big topic for the most part. Should Drake be suing, what I'm saying, over a rap battle type of thing. So I think it was coming from that as well. Now, our brother Is said, that is wagging the damn finger.
Oh yeah, I know Ish ain't
Stacy,
feeling that
you
shit at
can't
all.
say that and not be called out. Ish gonna
Yeah, Ish ain't trying to hear
cross
none of
people.
that shit. Yeah. I was saying this shit to Ish at the time, months ago. He was like, nah, fuck that. Fuck that. I think RP too. But yeah, that's just I gotta call it the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I see it. It ain't even me trying to be nice. I'm really listening to what the man was saying. You know what I mean?
You are
That's
nice though. You literally, you will find some type of goodness out of someone's soul. Like, you're not like everyone. Like, some people really go hard to sometimes when it shouldn't be. You will still try to pick some good out of some people. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing.
I know what you're
It's
saying.
just that you will always try to dig something nice, what I'm saying, out of a person.
I know what you're saying. I wouldn't say it that way. You know what I'm saying? But I do know where you're coming from because I know myself. You know what I'm saying? And to me, what it is
You're very fair.
most people exactly.
Too fair.
Most people are very binary. It's black
Mhm.
or it's white.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Most people just think that way. But me, I can see the gray areas. I can see the nuance. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay. It's okay. Like, you know what I mean? Everything don't gotta be just one way or the other. I can see where you're coming from on the black side.
Mm-hmm.
I can see. Well, I ain't gonna use the black and white side because that sounds crazy. I don't see where they're coming from on the white side at all.
Right.
I don't see where they're coming from at all. I ain't gonna say it that way, but y'all know what I'm saying.
Right.
I can see it from both angles. You know what I'm saying? Is the criticism valid for Jay-Z in this moment? Yeah, he opened himself up to that. I'm not even trying to defend him. I'm just saying the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? So for the people that feel like he's hypocritical in this moment, what do y'all think? What would you take away? Would you take away the freestyle or would you take away the interview?
Take away the interview.
Okay. I'll take away the
Because
interview too.
if you take away the interview, we wouldn't have heard it.
Yeah, the interview was corny
You
anyway.
know.
I'll take away the interview too.
I
I ain't
would say,
taking away
and
the
also was
freestyle.
done with GQ. All these black, you know what I'm saying, podcasts and platforms that he could have gone on, he went to GQ. You
I
know what
didn't
I'm
agree
saying?
with that
I
though.
felt, yeah, I would like to see him sit down, you know what I'm saying, with some of his peers, you know what I'm saying, in this hip hop world. There's many that
I
he
would
can sit
not.
with. Why? Why
I
not
would
give them
not.
that opportunity?
I would not like to see Jay-Z on Joe and Jada,
I don't even know
on
who that is.
Fat Joe and Jada Kiss
Oh,
podcast.
I don't even look at that because I don't like Fat Joe.
You're right. Who else?
I
The
wouldn't want to
drink
see him on
drink
Joe with
champs.
Jim. What's his name? Joe Buttons. I wouldn't want to see him there.
Yeah, I don't want to see him on
The
none of them
company
places.
man.
That's
He'll
different.
be fair.
Now that's different. Something like that, that would be fly. Something like that, that would be fly. To actually reach down
Right.
to a grassroots,
Right.
that would be fly. And that's something that I appreciated from J. Cole. J. Cole actually did that. J. Cole got with regular niggas on YouTube, you know what
Right.
I'm saying? And big they platform up, you know what I'm saying? Him being who he is, showing up to those type of platforms, that was fly. So that's something like that, I would appreciate that. But as far as like the Breakfast Club and all them other shits,
No, definitely not
I
them.
don't want to see Jay-Z on
Because
them
they
shits.
D riders anyway. So definitely like them, but not them. But I would say like someone like the company man, only because, you know,
That's
one, he has
grassroots media.
ear, he is grassroots, he has an ear for the culture, he understands the culture, you know what I'm saying, and things like
And it
that.
would be
And
a
I think
blessing. It
he'll
would be a
add
blessing for him. It would be a
right. And
blessing
it
for
would be he would know what questions to ask. He wouldn't be on no messy stuff.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and GQ didn't need that interview. The company man needed that interview. You know,
Yeah,
someone in that realm. That's what I why.
yeah, I feel you on that. If
Even
you're gonna do something
Dewan
like that,
B. Dewan
that
B. Music historian. Sit with Dewan.
yeah, anything like that, I would agree with. That would be extraordinary.
Right.
That would be just extremely fly. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
GQ
But
didn't need it or
but
deserved it.
when people were talking about, oh, he should have did the interview with Memphis Bleak or all that, I didn't agree with. That I didn't agree with. I'm like,
I don't
nah,
want them to sit with dick riders or you niggas that be on messy time and gossipy and no. I want to talk about hip hop. I want to talk about or hear your journey. I maybe would like to hear, you know, some things about your family, you as a father and things like that, but not from no gossipy, chatty, patty type of
yeah.
um way. And again, I just don't feel like GQ deserved it. I feel like, you know, some these grassroots men like Dewan B and the company man deserved it more than that. And they needed it more than that.
Mama Love, shout out to Mama Love. She said he need to be on the Godcast.
That part,
Say
that
that.
too. Now, Mama Love, I probably would have ruined it because I'm not
You know how to act.
let me see. Only thing that I can name, real talk, I can name Hard Knock. It's the Hard Knock life. And then the one that he did was R. Kelly. I can't even think of it by name, but I just know that there was one with R. Kelly. And y'all, I'm not even exaggerating. I'm blank. I can't. I would not be good. I would have had to take serious notes and been prepared. I can't just freestyle it like I do every Sunday.
Yeah, Doggy Diamond. Somebody said Doggy Diamond. Shout out to Doggy Diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, something like that. I think that would be extremely fly. But yeah, when Oschino and some of these people was talking about, oh, why he ain't go to Memphis Bleak, I thought
No.
that was a whack criticism. You know what I'm
And see, I
saying?
don't even
But
follow
it
these
goes with what I
people.
was saying earlier about Jay-Z understanding how to not cheapen his brand. Like this is what gave him the staying power in the first place. We could all say what we think he should be done, but obviously this man knows what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? To be
Fiesta.
this to be this relevant 30 years later, that's not by happenstance. That's not by accident. And it's not like he's just being propped up. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z is very intentional about how he curates his image and all of that. You know what I mean? It's scientific. You know what I mean?
You got a good team, Nana.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. And so one thing that was dope to me about last night's the set that he did last night was that he made it all Philly. Everybody that he brought out was a Philly artist, which was dope. performing at the Roots Picnic in Philadelphia. He gave them an exclusive one-on-one set because he got a couple of shows coming up in New York at the Yankee Stadium. And so he made sure he didn't just do the same show that he about to do at Yankee Stadium. He did a show that was specifically curated for the Roots Picnic. So that freestyle, he gave them an exclusive with that, bringing out Beanie Siegel, Freeway Ricky, not Freeway Ricky, but Freeway, the Young Gunners, the whole State Property, minus Oschino, because Oschino was talking greasy. So he was one of the niggas that got shot at in the freestyle. But everybody else, I think everybody else, PD
Well,
Crack.
that's fair. They still should have let him come. He could have still took his shot, but he should have let him come.
Why? Why?
He's from
No.
Philly.
No, you got to make niggas suffer. You got to make niggas suffer. You got to make niggas feel that pain. It's the same thing, but even Jaguar Wright.
The art of war.
Jaguar Wright is a Philly artist.
Yeah.
This could have been a monumental moment for her. But she played herself. So he got Jasmine Sullivan. Now, Jasmine Sullivan, what do y'all think about her body transformation? Did you see Jasmine Sullivan? You ain't see Jasmine Sullivan?
Weight?
I should have had the picture pulled up of Jasmine Sullivan. If he didn't say her name, I would have not know who that was.
So she lost weight?
Lost weight? She got a whole new body.
She got her BBL?
I don't know what she got. She went and traded bodies with somebody. She looked like Kelly Rowland.
What?
I'm serious. I wish I would have had it. Oh, no. Let me find some pictures of Jasmine Sullivan. Hold on. I should have had these pulled up. Hold on.
Oh, I gotta share this too. Hold
on. And I know I'm all over the place, but I gotta show y'all this. Hold on a second. But yeah, he brought Jasmine Sullivan out. That could have been, something that could have reignited Jaguar Wright's career. She wasn't out here talking crazy. Look, this Jasmine Sullivan. Let me show y'all this. Damn, I can't even blow it up. How you blow these up?
Somebody said, is it Ozempic?
I don't know. It could be. I don't even know how I feel about it, to be honest. I mean, it looks good
Nora Randall says she looks like Catwoman.
Yeah, she didn't have this on last night, but when I first seen her, she had this black cat suit on, looking incredible. But damn near anybody could look incredible in a cat suit. I need to see it like in a bikini or something to see what's really going on. But can you see these pictures? Because I can't even blow them up. Why I can't blow these pictures
maybe
up?
if you click on one, will it open? Because we can't see it.
That's what I'm trying to do. How come I can't?
Right there. I can see it, but it's far away. I don't know. Let me look on my iPad and see how it looks.
How come I can't make it big, y'all? Pause. All right, how about this over here? Oh, damn. My bad. I accidentally stopped sharing the screen. I want to show y'all this. Because I need to know what y'all think. Hold on. This right here. This should look better. There you go. That's Jasmine Sullivan's new body right there, nicely.
Wait. I'm trying to see it on the iPad. There, I can see it. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Is this Photoshop?
No. She went and got a whole new body.
That looks like a whole new person.
Right. Yeah, like I said, looks great from here.
Yeah.
Looks great from here, But
I need her trainer.
I just wonder how it looked for real. Like, I need to see a picture. I don't need to see, but in order for me to give a real judgment, I would have to see like a bikini, no filter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No Photoshop, no none of that to see what's really going on. Because I don't know how you could transform like this without having like, some weird side effects and extra skin and different shit like that going on.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so he brought her out. That was dope. Bilal, another Philly artist. He came out.
My phone gone die. I want to plug it up. Hold on.
All right. Let me get to the freestyle. Let's get into the freestyle. What did y'all think about the freestyle, by the way? Regardless of how y'all felt about everything else, what did y'all think about the actual freestyle? Did he do his thing or not?
He's trying to say Kendrick's a moment.
He tried to take Kendrick's moment. What? Kendrick quiet right now. He the one that put Kendrick on the Super Bowl stage. Don't do that.
I like that he went after Drake because I'm not a Drake fan right now.
Shit. Man, I just like everybody. You're right. I guess I am the nice guy. I like Drake too. Shit. I like all of them.
I don't like what Drake did with the suing.
Yeah, that was
Him
corny.
as an artist, yeah, but what he did with the suing, that just rubbed me the wrong way.
Let's get into this freestyle though. So he started off by paying homage to his grandmother. He said, had he just turned 100. Oh, damn, I didn't even put it on the screen. My bad, y'all. Let me get the right screen up here. And let me restart it. Y'all can see it now, right?
Yes.
All right.
Hattie's turning 100. If she would have transitioned before I cleared my name, I would have hunted them. Every one of them playing these silly games. That 1-800 ambulance chaser would have wished one came.
So he started off paying homage to his grandmother. He said, had he just turned 100, and if she would have transitioned before I got to clear my name, I would have hunted them. And so lyrically, that's dope. I don't think the way that he's delivering it gives it as much justice as it would be if it was done on a beat, because he's doing a lot of real sophisticated rhyme schemes. The rhyme structure here is incredible. Like Jay-Z's dope, y'all. Jay-Z, he's an incredible MC, and he's doing a lot of technical things here that him slowing it down into a poem like spoken word delivery kind of takes away from a little bit. And so I'm not going to break all of that down here. We really just going to focus on the shots that were taken. And so, but
I just have to read what Dewan said.
Go ahead.
He said, Jay-Z's This Poem is a reminder that rap and hip-hop comes from the spoken word tradition. Poetry, stand-up comedy, and rap all share the same DNA roots. He
That's a
called it
fact, though.
this poem.
That's a fact, though. That's a fact, though. And yeah, that the way he delivered it like a spoken word. And it makes sense to deliver it that way because it's a live performance. It's a cappella. You want people to feel every single word. And so if you just spit it straight up, a lot of stuff is going to go over people's heads. You know what I'm saying? If you just spit it straight through, you know what I mean? That's the difference between, like, some people favorite MC might be Black Thought, for example. Since we at the Roots picnic and Black Thought did his thing last night, shout out to Black Thought. The reason why Black Thought could spit the craziest rhyme and not have this type of impact is for that reason. It's going to go over most people's heads. Only real niggas like me could even understand what he's actually doing. The average person can't even appreciate what he's actually doing. But Jay-Z, he's doing some of the same technical things, but he's delivering it in a way, he's packaging it in a way where the average person can at least appreciate it to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? And so that's a skill within itself. And so, yeah, Hattie is his grandmother for people that don't know. He said Hattie just turned 100. If she would have transitioned before I cleared my name, I would have hunted them. And so he's playing on 100 and how we say hunted in New York. You know, how we say hunted in New York. So the word hunted and hunted kind of sound the same. So that's a little something he's doing right there. But then the first shot was at Tony what's his name? Buzbee? The lawyer?
Oh, yeah.
Tony Buzbee. He said that ambulance chaser, that 1-800 ambulance chaser, he would have wished one of them came. And so, to me, that was the greatest shot out of all this shit. Fuck all the rappers and all the shit that he was dissing and all that shit. I get it, why he was doing it, but I appreciate when they take shots at the dominant society.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Drake. On his album, people was talking about all the dissing that he was doing. The one that I appreciated the most was him calling out Lucien Grange by name, putting his name in the record. You know what I'm saying? A lot of rappers are scared to do that. So I could appreciate Drake for that.
Could Drake do that if he wasn't half white, Jewish?
Maybe not. That Jewish thing
Just
do hold
asking.
some
I'm
weight.
just asking.
It do hold some weight.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna act like that don't hold no weight. It do hold some weight. All right, let's go.
911 is a joke. Public enemy number one, I've been ranked. The rock's not crumbling. The leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. Your son on a federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is?
So that's the Tory Lanez shots. Did you catch that nicely? Because I know you don't be knowing what's going on.
I didn't. I didn't. I did not.
He said, let me see. The 1-800 ambulance chaser. 911 is a joke. I'm Public Enemy number one. So Public Enemy had the song 911 is a joke back in the days. Again, I'm not even gonna get into
I
all
got
of that.
that part.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get into all of that. I just want to, focus on the shots that was taken. He said the rock's not crumbling. The leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. Your son on a federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? So he talking about Tory Lanez. Remember, after the whole thing went down, Megan Thee Stallion, he was on the phone. He called home from jail and was talking to the other girl that was there about how he's sorry and he was drunk. He would have never did that. He would never did that if he wasn't drinking like that. Da, 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 da. So that's what he referring to right there. And that's really, I think that was the nail in the coffin for him, that phone call, to be honest. I think that was really what got him. Because you sound guilty as hell.
You sounding, I participated in something.
Right. You calling, apologizing, talking about how drunk you was and all that. You would have never did that. And you wasn't clear if you was talking about something else. You didn't specify. And so you sound guilty as hell on that phone call. But anyway, that's what he was referring to right there. That was the shots at Tory Lanez and his pops. He said, your son on a federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? Yeah, that was dumb as hell. All right, next shot.
So basically, take responsibility. You confessed, nigga.
More or less. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with it or not, but that's what he's saying.
Right.
All right.
Someone fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth, and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery game.
That was cold. So you know who that was for, right, Nicey?
Wait, what did he say again?
He said, you know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his. Wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth.
Yeah. That
And
was Dame
somehow
Dash for sure.
I'm the one who done it. Damn, Dame. I'm sorry, man. Dame out here looking crazy right now. I'm sorry, y'all.
I'm honestly sick of it.
Dame out here looking crazy, y'all. I'm sorry. He got this little white girl. He done signed this little white girl. What's her name? Licky Nikki or something like that. Licky Nikki. That's his new artist. Some little white girl named Licky Nikki. Like, damn, Dame. That was cold.
Now, I will say this to his defense. A little bit of Dame Dash's defense is he does not bring up Jay-Z when he sits down and tries to talk about other things. Other people bring it up to him, and I think people should stop.
No. Dame is in front of somebody's camera right now talking about Jay-Z, especially after that freestyle. He's sitting in front of somebody's camera right now, trying to rebut what Jay-Z said on that stage last night.
Did you see what he posted?
No.
You go on his page. He put it basically. He made us a screenshot of Jay-Z on stage holding the mic, but he got a goofy mask on there. He tagged Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dame. Yeah. He said, I wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth, and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery, gang. A couple of the words here I'm not understanding exactly what he's saying. Let me play the next part. I don't really understand exactly what he's saying. Let me try to catch it.
You had to cash cow and thunk it. What you punked is, I'm the one who strung the pain. That hill you can die on. It's way too much flack that comes from those plains. I'm killing them softly. What's understood don't need to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. I still on you suckers, I'm all of you niggas gang. I ain't much for me, it's no how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up. It's gonna cost you a beat to even say my name.
Yo, this nigga is nice, man. I'm sorry. This nigga Jay-Z is nice, man. That nigga said, hold up. Let me get to the part. He said you had the cash cow. I think he said you had the cash cow. On here it says you had the catch cow.
Yeah.
I don't
That
know if
little
that's what he said.
transcript thing don't pick up the words right all the time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said you had the cash cow and sunk it. I don't know. I don't know exactly what he said right there, but I think he's still talking about Dame. Basically talking about Dame. You had the cash cow. I was the cash cow. You fumbled that. Basically is what I believe he's trying to say. And then he said, "What, you punked it? That don't make sense to me." I don't know what he said right there, but that punked it don't make sense. I don't know what he said right there, but he said, "I'm the one who strung the pain." So this is the reference to the Roberta Flack song, the Lauryn Hill song, "Strumming my pain with his fingers." So that's what he did with this little scheme right here. He said, "I'm the one who strummed the pain, the hill you could die on," referring to Lauryn Hill. It's way too much flack, referring to Roberta Flack.
Roberta Flack.
When it comes to those pains, I'm killing them softly. But something still needed, but what's understood don't need to be explained. Like that was a dope scheme right there. The whole Roberta Flack, Lauryn Hill, killing them softly. Boom. What's understood don't need to be explained. He said, "I ain't much for meetings, no how. You could cancel the brunches," referring to the Rock Nation brunches. But it's also a reference to the show The Wire. Cause he's talking about how Marlo these niggas. And Marlo was the dude from The Wire. I ain't much for these meetings anywhere. Cancel these brunches. I remember the hunger pain. The price of these bricks is going up. It's going to cost you a B to even say my name. And so that's Beyonce, say my name, say my name. It's going to cost you a B to even say my name. Beyonce just became a billionaire. Like it's a couple of different things going on with those lines right there. But that's the obvious thing, the Beyonce reference and the say my name, Destiny's Child joint. You ever heard of the Wonder Kid? My children is some of them. Oh, that's the next line. So let me play it.
That's the diss to Kanye, right?
I don't think he dissed Kanye. Unless I'm just not catching it.
All right. And I'm going by what people are saying on social media, by the way. I don't know.
Yeah, people are saying that. And so they could be hearing something I'm not hearing. I didn't really hear nothing that I felt like he was getting at Kanye with. They was talking about the mental health part about they act like they psycho or something like that. I didn't feel like that was a shot at Kanye. I don't know. I could be wrong.
And he said something about you saying something about my kids and his kids. Yeah, so that's why I attributed that to Kanye. Remember when Kanye went on his rant and called his kids retarded?
Maybe. Okay. Okay. Maybe. I thought that was for Nicki Minaj.
No, I attributed that to Kanye because Kanye went on that social media rant and he did call Jay-Z kids retarded. One of them retarded.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, so that could be. Y'all might be right about that one. But that's this part right here.
Heard of a Wonder King? My children is some of them. Have you niggas no shame? Y'all trying to get under skin? I really get under skin as unharmed player.
To me, that was unnecessary.
That's who I'm playing?
Is Lance Rivera, who was the head of Entertainment Records back in the days. He had Junior Mafia, Lil Kim, and all them signed to his label. There was an incident where Jay-Z allegedly stabbed him or whatever. Jay-Z had caught a case for that back in the days or whatever. But he had cleared that up and they kind of pieced it up over the years. So I don't know why he did that. That was kind of unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? Like, caught another stray. Like he said mad references to that over the years. So been catching strays for decades behind that one incident. But I thought at this point it was a little bit unnecessary. But I don't know if he been out here doing interviews talking crazy. I don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's something I missed. But I was like, damn, why he still throwing shot at like that? He was talking about poking Ye. Okay, yeah. That could have been about Ye. The manic scheme was about Ye. Okay, yeah. I feel y'all on that. I didn't think so, but I feel where y'all coming from with that. But yeah, the shit, I'm like, damn, why you still giving the business for? That was, you know what I mean? I know you celebrating 30 years. Right, and that's
He
another
mad
thing
at
too.
everybody at this point. Shit, he just getting it off his chest.
Somebody said, I know personally. Wow, I know. Yeah. He renowned out there in Brooklyn. But yeah, it said, I thought he didn't actually stab and that was another thing. They were saying it wasn't actually Jay-Z, it was his man, but that's what Nas said though. You know what I mean? So I don't know. The waters got kind of muddied about what actually happened, and obviously Jay-Z was denying it because he trying to beat the case. You know what I'm saying? So what actually happened, I don't know. But on the streets back then, it was that Jay-Z stabbed
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And it was over some bootlegging shit, right? I think had leaked something. Forgot exactly what it was. I think had leaked some music that he wasn't supposed to leak or whatever the case may be. It was behind some shit like that. My children are some of them. And so, yeah, you're right, because Kanye was talking about why he don't never show his other son.
Mm-hmm.
They only show
Blue and
Rumi,
Rennie, something like that.
But they never show Sir. And he was saying that something is wrong with him or whatever. He got some type of issues or whatever. And so that makes sense because he said, you ever heard of a Wonder Kid? Wait, where's it at? Y'all trying to get underskin? My children is some of them. You ever heard of a Wonder Kid? My children is some of them. Have you niggas no shame? Y'all trying to get underskin? These lyrics are wrong. I'm reading the lyrics that they got written here are wrong. That ain't what he said. But y'all trying to get underskin? They didn't even put the part about the shit on here. Yeah, these lyrics is wrong, y'all. My bad. I'm trying to read the lyrics to y'all, but these lyrics ain't correct. Let me get to the next part.
Y'all thugs with y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You're no maniac. Watch y'all saniac in my presence, nigga, shrink. I need a new therapist. This shit is not working. I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. And none. So
that was Kanye to y'all?
That was Kanye to me because Kanye, has gone on the record saying he had a manic, situation, all these things. So he's blaming his, manic behaviors on, his outbursts on manic behaviors. So I believe that was a shot at Ye.
I can see it. It makes sense. So y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. And now he's getting into where the rapper can't be my ops. I got MAGA Republicans. Hold on. Let's get to that part.
Nut ass nigga still stuttering.
Oh, the nut ass nigga still stuttering. That's Oschino. Oschino is the nigga from State Property that be on all these podcasts talking crazy about Jay-Z. And again,
I don't ever know who that is.
Yeah, you wouldn't know him. Mm-hmm. But again, he brought out everybody else from Philly to perform last night. And so it's like, to me, I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't speak to nobody's experience, but I'm just saying, if everything that they saying about Jay-Z is true, why everybody else still cool with him?
Right.
And to me, it's always the niggas that don't got nothing going on that always got some bullshit to say. Like Freeway, he made sure he carved out his own lane. He took the platform that he was given from Rockefeller and ran with it. He's still doing his thing to this day. Successful independent artist. Beanie Siegel, he had his issues with Jay over the years. He addressed those issues. He admitted his part of the, The shit that went left, he took accountability for his part that he played in the shit, and they cool. He was on the stage last night. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with young Chris and Neef. They was on the stage last night. You know, Chris, I never heard none of them talk greasy. And everybody always say, somebody said earlier that Jay-Z stole the dude from Camp Low style, but a lot of people say he stole young Chris style from State Property. A lot of people say that. And when they ask Chris about that in interviews, he always say, nah. He'd be like, nah. He'd be like, nigga, we was in the studio together, making shit together. Like, people rub off on each other. That's how it is. You know what I mean? But that's what people say. So he could have easily tried to run with that too. He could have been one of those hurt niggas that was like, nah, fuck that nigga Jay-Z. That nigga stole my style and all of that. But he kept it playing. You know? But yeah, that was for Oschino, that stuttering nigga. And then the other part I think is for Dame.
And Chatty Patty down on his luck again.
Chatty Patty down on his luck again. That's Dame.
Quest introducing me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him.
What you thought about the hair, Nicely?
I mean, nothing. Nothing.
I seen a lot of
It was
people
giving
confused.
CB4. I thought about the CB4 movie with Chris Rock.
Okay. But Chris Rock got a damn Jerry curl.
Well, you know, close enough.
I seen a lot of people was confused because he had the freeform locks. So they're like, how the hell was it a wig or something? But nah, you can get those out.
Yeah, you can comb them out. My son didn't have the freeform locks, but he was able to comb his locks out. He didn't have to cut his hair.
Yeah, you can get those out.
You wonder why I do the freestyle rehearsal. That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her king can't even take their kids. Enough of them.
Who was that for?
What did he say?
He said that lady back on that stuff, I think she in love with him. Her kids
That's Nicki
can't even.
Minaj.
That's Nicki Minaj.
Because there's always been rumors that she was on that powder.
Right. He said he went on with the Thuggish Ruggish wig. That ain't no wig, man. See, I wasn't feeling Dame even back in the days. I actually like Dame. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, man. I don't know. He fell off. He down on his luck, like Hope said. He down on his luck, man. A lot of stuff that he doing to me is just not a good look.
And not for his age either. And my thing is, you should be able to pivot to something else without Jay-Z at this point. At this point, it's old. You know what I'm saying? And you being, you know, the boss that you have been and had the success that you've had, you should have been able to pivot.
Yeah. Yeah, you should have been able to make something happen, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It said that part was for Jaguar Wright. Now I think it was Nicki Minaj. The part for Jaguar Wright, you know, he said it. You know, he said her name. Quest introduced me to Jaguar. I don't even know why I still fuck with him. That was Jaguar Wright, but he made it lighthearted by throwing Quest love in there. Jay-Z personality, but yeah, old girl back on that stuff again, and her kids can't even, and he started stuttering on purpose on that part right there.
Because supposedly her son, and I think she calls him Bear, Baby Bear, or something like that, can't talk.
Something like that. Yeah. And so that's why I thought the part about his kids was about Nicki Minaj. Because I thought she said something crazy about his kids.
She didn't. She didn't say anything else. She directs all her stuff at him. You know what I'm saying? The only person that said anything about his kids was Ye.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, hold on.
Can't be my eye. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You trying to break the government. I brain for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. Wrist get flooded again. My net worth went up again. My next update, the jig is up. I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up the hole. I never looked up to them.
So that was all for Drake.
Mm-hmm.
That was all for Drake. Let me see if they got the lyrics right on here.
Now that one, I'm like, anybody that throws shots at Drake for me is winning at this point.
Let me see if they got the lyrics right on this part. A rapper can't be my op. I got MAGA Republicans. Them shots came from the very top of the government. And so I think he's talking about the whole Buzbee thing. I think he's saying that was sent from the top,
Mm-hmm.
which I believe. Um, he said, I'm governed by God. You trying to break the covenant. I like this part right here. He said, I'm governed by God. You trying to break the covenant. I reign for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. The wrist get flooded again. And so what's fly about that is the Yankee Stadium concert is 40 days from now.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
So
And
he
so that's what,
closed his concert.
right. That's what I mean by Jay-Z being like super calculated and understanding timing of things and all of that, knowing how to leave Easter eggs and all of that type of shit. Like he's a smart dude.
Now,
You know
is
what I
this
mean?
off the dome, or do you think he kind of wrote this down ahead of time?
Well, it's not like on the spot,
Mm.
but you know, Jay-Z don't write nothing down. You know what I'm saying? He never been the type to write nothing down. And so I think a lot of people be confused about that process, but it's pretty much the same thing as writing, just without a pen. He just memorizes it.
Mm-hmm.
He just memorizes it in his head. And he's not the only one that do that. Like Biggie used to do that. Styles P do that. I had a homeboy named Chalk that used to do that. Probably still do that to this day. It's like the pen distracts them. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? It's just like a little thing for them. When they pick up the pen and try to write it down, that
It
distracts.
comes out corny.
Yeah, it distracts from their creativity. They just like to be in the flow state and just do it. You know what I'm saying? And so even now, you know, you got Pro Tools and all that, so you could just go in the booth, say a couple of lines that you thought of, think of a couple more lines, then say those lines. It ain't even like you got to remember it no more. But back then, that's what he was doing. He was memorizing it. And so that's how he writes. So technically, his writing is definitely not like on the spot improv. He made it up right there in that moment. Nah, he knew what he was going to say before he got out there. That's why he said, Questlove wonder why I didn't do the freestyle during rehearsal because of that line where he threw his name in there. He didn't rehearse it, you know, when they was rehearsing because he wanted it to be a surprise to everybody, including the band. But yeah, that 40 nights, I reigned for 40 days shit. I thought that was real slick. And he said, I'm up 10, wrong chart, champ. You got to look up again. And so that's what he was saying to Drake. Like Drake tries to hang his hat on all of these music charts, all of these streaming numbers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he
You know what I'm
does.
saying? He tries to hang his head on that. Like that never made anybody the best.
Nope.
That's not going to make you go there. I don't care how much records you sell or how many streaming numbers you got. You trying to compare yourself to Michael Jackson, you know, and all of this shit. You kind of bragging and popping your collar about so-called breaking Michael Jackson's records. My nigga, you're not close. It's not
At
even
all.
close.
Nicki Minaj does that too, by the way.
Yeah,
She
she's
hangs her
another one.
hat up on those types of numbers, which we know can be falsified too. Anyway,
Yeah,
so you know.
yeah, and especially now with the way things work now with streaming and all of that,
Mm-hmm.
you cannot compare that to when people had to get up out their house, go to the store, and buy your
Organically,
record. You,
right,
you cannot compare that because a stream, anybody could pick up their phone and hit play.
right.
That don't mean they liked your shit.
And also, I may sometimes you scroll and sometimes you accidentally hit something, but that counted.
Right, it
You know what I'm
counts.
saying?
You
And
get
like you
past
said, that don't
3 seconds.
mean I liked it.
Right. People going to check it out just out of curiosity or just because it's
Mm-hmm.
trending, just because of whatever, you know, they don't want to feel left out. So people going to listen to it so they could know what's out there and what's going on because they don't have to invest that much. All they got to do is open
Right.
up their phone and push play. Whereas back in the days, you had to actually like somebody enough to go out of your
And
house,
like,
go to the store, spend your actual dollars and purchase the record. You can't
yes,
compare that. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jackson got the biggest selling album of all times during that era. And
right,
he's still one of the top streamed artists right now in 2026.
right,
Been dead how many years now?
man. Yeah, I mean, it gives me. It's like cornball when you do that, and when you're trying to hang your hat up on someone as influential and talented and amazing as Michael Jackson. Like, I don't like that.
Yeah, yeah, and that does not translate to impact.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jay-Z is commercially successful. He got plenty of accolades and all that stuff to go with his career, but he has actual impact as well. You know what I'm
And he,
saying?
and I don't think that he would compare himself to MJ
Right. I
out
mean,
of respect.
right, right. You know, they do it when they rhyming and shit like that. You know,
Right,
you saying you're the best when you rhyming and shit and all that. Yeah, but to try to actually do a real comparison and say, nah, I surpassed this person. Like,
right.
nah, that's why I like Chris Brown because
Yeah, he shuts it down.
other people be trying to throw Chris Brown name up in that. He'd be like, man, get out of here with that shit,
Mm-mm.
man.
Right, and everyone does it. All his peers do it all the time.
Yeah, yeah. That shows your lack of respect for the actual culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That shows that you know you're not really a part of this. You're a guest. You're a guest because we don't do that in this house. You know what I mean? That's like disrespecting Big Mama, Grandmama, or somebody. We don't do that in this family. But anyway, that's what he was saying. We were saying wrong chart, champ. You got to look up again. I like how he said you got to look up again because you niggas look up to Hove. I never looked up to them. Real talk. There's plenty of interviews with you saying it out your own mouth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so he got the advantage over these niggas as far as that's concerned. But that's where he lost that with Nas because it was the other way around. Jay-Z looked up to Nas. Nas didn't look up to Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? So that he was at a disadvantage in that situation. But here, he got the upper hand because he can actually say that and it's true. You niggas
Right.
look up to me. I don't look up to y'all. You know what I mean? And a lot of people didn't like when he said that in the GQ interview when they was asking him about um, putting Kendrick Lamar on the Super Bowl stage and that being perceived as him taking sides.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, what the fuck I care about these two niggas battling? I'm Jay-Z.
Right.
A lot of people didn't like that when he said that. I guess they took it like he was being arrogant or whatever the case may be.
But he
But
can be sometimes, though.
he
And
is
I'm
he
not a
is
fan, but
Jay-Z.
I'm popping my collar.
He is Jay-Z. You know what
Yes.
I'm
Come
saying?
on now.
Yeah, I'm surprised. But yeah, exactly what Nicey said. Exactly what Nicey said. If he can't pop his collar, who can?
Right.
You know
Come
what I'm
on now.
saying?
A lot of niggas out here popping their collar and they did none of that.
Right. Ain't got no accomplishments under their belt.
Right.
Like, and all he really saying is, I'm comfortable with myself and my
Right.
own accomplishments. I don't have to be too overly invested in what Drake and Kendrick got going on.
No.
Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? But I am Jay-Z, goddamn.
And also, it really made sense to have Kendrick at the Super Bowl during that time because he had the highest this record at
Right.
the time. You know.
The hottest artist, period. The
Period.
hottest artist,
So,
period. It made more sense than anything else. They was talking about Lil Wayne and all that other shit. No. He picked the right guy.
right.
He picked the right guy. It wasn't rocket science.
Now he didn't pick the right guy the next year, which is gonna be Bad Bunny. I said it. I ain't changing it.
You ain't lying about that.
I ain't changing it.
You ain't lying about that. I still didn't even see that performance.
I saw it, the clips on Instagram. I refuse to look
I
at it.
seen like the images and shit, yeah, but
Yeah,
I didn't never sat there and watched that performance.
because it was too much propaganda. You got the corn and the fruit man out there. It's like, you know,
He tried. It was really the sofrito version of what Kendrick did.
right.
He tried to do the sofrito version.
With no impact, because it had no impact. Nobody's even really talking about it anymore, other than in a negative way, like we are. So, so it's no impact.
Noah. Now Noah, I understand. I understand you might not like Jay-Z like that. I
No, I
understand,
ain't letting
Noah.
up.
I understand. But he's cosplaying Ab-Soul. Why would Jay-Z have to cosplay Ab-Soul, who most people on this stream don't even know who that is?
Because I don't. I don't know Ab-Soul.
Most people on this stream
Who's
right now
Ab-Soul?
don't know who that is.
I'm
And I
about to
fuck with
Google him.
Ab-Soul. I
Let
fuck
me
with
Google
Ab-Soul.
him.
He's a dope rapper. But why would Jay-Z have to cosplay Ab-Soul? Ab-Soul, by the way, this is funny, Noah. Noah, I got Noah, get your ass up here. I'm dropping the link. Get your ass up here on this stage, Noah.
I gotta find Absol. I want to see his face.
Noah, I'm dropping the link in the chat.
I
This
don't know him.
this Bud's for you. Nah, you wouldn't know him. He from
No, I
Cali though.
don't.
He from Cali though. He TDE.
I
Noah,
don't see the comparison in photos or anything.
it's just the hair. He
I
do
know
look.
he's talking about the bush.
It looks like Absol's silhouette. If you just see the silhouette of Jay-Z on that stage, it could be Absol if you didn't know that was Jay-Z. But get your ass up here, Noah. I dropped the link in the chat.
You've been summoned. Noah, you've been summoned.
Because this is funny. I gotta point this out. Noah, click the link. I gotta point this out because a lot of people, one of the biggest criticisms that Jay-Z get that I don't think is warranted is that he copies people's lyrics. He bites off people's lyrics too much. That's one of the biggest criticisms of Jay-Z.
Well, then just about every song he is saying somebody's lyrics.
He does do that. He does do that. I'm not saying he don't do that. But what he's not doing is trying to pass it off as his own. He quotes people a lot, but he's not trying to make it seem like that's his shit. He's quoting the song that he's assuming we all know. But yeah, here go Noah. Let's get Noah up here.
Hey, Noah.
Shout out to Noah.
What's up, Noah?
You hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. What's good, man? Where you from, man?
All right, look. I'm gonna keep
wait, hold on. Hold on. Where you from? Slow down. Where you from, brother?
Look, bro.
Noah.
He says he's a writer, not a biter, but I don't believe him. I believe he's a biter.
Can you hear me?
He's a biter, not a writer.
Noah, can you hear me?
Dwan B spoke on this.
Can you hear me?
Oh.
Can you hear me? For some reason he can't hear me. Noah, you can't hear me?
I don't think. Can you hear me?
He don't hear us.
You can't hear us? Let me ask him in the chat.
He don't hear us. We can hear him, but he doesn't hear us. Damn. But go ahead, say what you was gonna say, because we can hear you.
I'm leaving. Come back.
All right.
Okay, he's gonna leave and come back.
All right. I was just gonna let him talk since we can hear him. But I just wanted to know where he was from at least.
Right. Is he from the? I want to know if he's from the East Coast.
Can you hear me now?
No. That's fine.
Can you hear me now? He can't hear us. But go ahead, Cook. Say what you was gonna say. He can't hear us.
Hold on. Shit. Bruh.
I don't know why he can't hear us.
Boost Mobile.
Boost Mobile,
yo. You know what I got. But no, okay, I'm just getting my shit out. All right, okay, back. Got you.
Yeah.
Dig. So Oschino been talking about this for a minute. Dwan B also brought this up and proved it through facts that Sean has always taken, also Doggy Diamond, shout out to Doggy Diamond's TV, has always proven that this man's always taken somebody's style. He's been inspired by somebody else's style. And Absol, on his most recent Soul Burger, you felt this Jay-Z influence, but apparently that influence was the opposite. It was the other way around. Soul was influencing Sean Carter, and you see the whole style there up on stage. This man, I was like, dude, are they trying to be Snoop from in 95, 96? You know what I'm talking about? Or he trying to be Soul? But I was like, nah, that's Soul. And then he started freestyling. I was like, yeah, that's so Soul. That all that sounds like Soul. It don't sound like nobody else. And so it's safe to say, man, like, dude is really you know, he's not pulling it off, man. I get the lines, I understand, man. You know, Aubrey and the Gamma situation, you know, trying to find proper distro, you know, UMG, Lucian Grange, and UMG also being almost being bought by Ackerman, and that whole situation, and the whole mafia with the Live Nation and Sean Carter being the face of that. So there's a lot going on. But when it comes to this freestyle, man, and the war behind the scenes and so forth like that, it's safe to say that on that stage, that man was cosplayed Ab-Soul. Ain't nobody can tell me nothing about it, man. That whole setup was like, yo, what are you doing, man? Like, what are you doing?
Okay.
So,
all right.
yeah.
All right.
So
I got
Lupe
you.
Fiasco talked about it. It's too much. It's too many examples, man. Too many examples. Too many legends in the game that have spoken about their tracks being taken no different than Aubrey. Aubrey does the exact same thing. Aubrey Graham, the Canadian, be stealing everybody's style, getting influences and getting reference tracks and all this other type of stuff. It's like the Canadian versus the Brooklynite, and I see it going through all the motions. But I love it. I love hip hop. I love lyricism. I love digging through the crates. But let's be real. Stop playing. Stop playing, Mr. Sincere. Stop playing. It's real nice to you. You look gorgeous all the time, every time.
Thank
You're
you.
stunning. Anyway, shout out to you. Shout out to your family. I hope your son won. I don't know if he won or not, but yeah, salute. Peace. Love y'all.
Peace. Shout to Noah. But here's the thing, Noah, specifically, and you talked about a lot of stuff. I'm not going to touch on everything you touched on. You touched on a couple of things. Some things I agree with that you touched on. But just sticking to the Ab-Soul thing, here's the thing. If you listen to Ab-Soul, and I fuck with Ab-Soul, it's almost every song he says a Jay-Z line. Ab-Soul, Jay-Z is obviously Ab-Soul's favorite rapper, hands down. Almost every single song, I could pull up a random Ab-Soul song right now, and he will say a Jay-Z line in there. He always quotes Jay-Z.
Who did it first?
So, no, I'm talking about him quoting Jay-Z. I'm not talking about trying to steal. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying he do the same thing that they accuse Jay-Z of doing. Okay, it's fine. Jay-Z does do that a lot. He quotes a lot of other people's lyrics, not just rappers. He quotes movies, comedians. You know what I'm saying? He does a lot of quoting and remixing of lines from other sources. He does that. But most MCs that are worth their salt do the same thing. But for some reason, Jay-Z gets all of this criticism for it. But the thing that I can say about Jay-Z that you can't say about most of these other people that do it is Jay-Z is the most quoted. Even though Jay-Z quotes a lot of people, all these people quote Jay-Z's rhymes. All of them. All your favorite rappers. Anybody that you could name that you love, they quote Jay-Z's rhymes just as much as he quotes anybody else's rhymes. Whether you're talking about Ab-Soul, whether you're talking about Black Thought, I don't care who you name. They all take lines from Jay-Z. All of them. I'm talking about Jay-Z's original lines. Everybody quotes Jay-Z. He's one of the most quoted MCs of all time. So if anybody should be allowed to borrow lines from people, it's him. Because people borrow from him all the time. Especially Ab-Soul, Noah. So that's a real bad person to try to hold up as an example. You know, I feel y'all on some of the criticism, but you can't use Ab-Soul, because Ab-Soul, he quotes Jay-Z more than anybody. He quotes Jay-Z more than anybody. And I might have to just do a video showing examples of that. I've been thinking about that for a long time, but I'm like, I ain't trying to go that hard with defending Jay-Z. Like, Jay-Z could defend himself. He does a great job defending himself. So I was like, do I really need to go that hard to defend Hov? But I can easily show y'all examples of Jay-Z being quoted by some of your favorite rappers. And I could show not only that, but I could show some of your favorite rappers quoting other people the same way that Jay-Z does. That's not something that just Jay-Z and Drake do. Now, when you talk about Drake with the reference tracks and all of that, that's something different. You know what I'm saying? That ain't true.
It said Tupac didn't borrow.
That ain't true.
Biggie didn't borrow, and let's be real.
That ain't true. That ain't true. And Jay-Z wasn't Jay-Z yet by the time they died, so I can't say that they directly quote Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about anybody that came after Jay-Z became Jay-Z. This nigga Jesse Paris. Jesse Paris said K Reno. All right, K Reno. You gonna name the super underground niggas that nobody knows?
Because I don't. You know I don't know who
nobody
that is.
knows who that is. But
I don't.
All right, yeah, okay. You can find some super underground niggas that don't listen to no type of mainstream nothing. Scarface? Come on, man. You know how many times Scarface gave it up to Jay-Z? And Scarface in my top 5. But again, you're still talking about people that came before Jay-Z too. You're still talking about people that came before Jay-Z. But Scarface, Jay-Z is one of his favorite rappers out of his own mouth. So anybody that you could name, really. I don't care if you where you want to go with it. But yeah, as far as Biggie and Tupac, yes, both of them did the same thing. Both of them did the same thing. So I might just have to make a video of that, showing examples of all your favorite rappers quoting other rappers. I might just have to do that.
Jesse Perry said, "My Ice Cube."
Like I said, I might have to do a video of that.
And
Everybody
you have
does
to
it.
do the video with the people that's named here, though. Ice Cube, Scarface, who else? K Rhino,
I'm not doing K Reno. I'm
Big
not
and
doing
Pop,
K Reno.
and Big and Pop.
That's easy. That's easy.
But did Ice Cube? Because I can't remember. Oh, that's right. Like, I'm definitely an Ice Cube fan. I'm a West Coast girl to the heart.
You don't know no Ice Cube.
Let me tell y'all something. My mother is 78 years old, and if I ask her right now who's her favorite hip hop artist, she's gonna tell y'all Ice Cube, and she loves him. Listens
People,
to him to
and
this day.
what's crazy about Ice Cube? And Ice Cube was one of my favorites. But what's crazy about Ice Cube is you got young people that don't even know Ice Cube is a rapper.
Right.
They know who he is,
Because
but
of
they don't
the
even know he's a
movies
rapper.
like Friday and stuff.
Yeah. They don't even know he's a rapper. I'm like, damn. And he still rhymes. He still puts out music. But again, everybody not.
It said it would look biased in a mug. I'd leave it alone.
I don't care about looking biased. I'm not biased. I'm fair.
Jesse Perry said, when did Scarface quote Jay-Z?
I say he might have not quote Jay-Z specifically because he came before Jay-Z. But he might have. To be honest, he might have. But I'm talking about him in interviews bigging up Jay-Z as being one of the dopest ever. Him talking about how impressed he was with Jay-Z when he went to the studio to record with him and Beanie Siegel when he saw Jay-Z's recording process, how he was blown away.
But
He
Jay-Z was
loved Jay-Z.
hungry at the time. That's when that thirst was there.
Ain't nothing changed. He ain't fall off nowhere. He ain't fall off nowhere. Yeah. It's know what I'm talking about. He loved Jay-Z. All these niggas love Jay-Z. All of them. All right. Why nobody don't say Snoop was biting when he did Slick Rick whole song?
Lottie Dottie. We likes to party. We don't bother. Yeah, you right.
Did he do Lottie Dottie or did he do Children's
Yes.
Story?
He
did Lottie Dottie.
He did Lottie Dottie.
He did the whole damn song.
Yeah.
And just put his name in it and a couple of LA streets. That's all he did. Nobody said he was biting when he did that.
We can even go to in the beginning of I can't think of what song when he had the dramatics in it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about Snoop.
Yeah, Snoop.
He went all the way back to the dramatics and stuff, not just other rappers.
Yeah, right. It's no different than what Jay-Z does, though, is my point. It's no different than what he does. He's not saying these rhymes trying to pass him off as his own. I say a big verse, I'm only bigging up my brother, bigging up my borough. I'm big enough to do it. I'm that thorough. Plus, I know my own flow is foolish. I'm not a biter. I'm a writer for myself and others, which is true. One of Snoop and Dre's biggest songs was written by Jay-Z. Y'all know that, right?
No.
Yeah, Still Dre. Jay-Z wrote the whole song.
I didn't know that.
Snoop's part and Dre's parts. Y'all know that, right? I know. I'm talking about y'all in the chat. Y'all know that.
No.
That's Jay-Z. There's a video of Snoop talking about when Dre made the beat, he was trying to write a song to the beat. DOC was trying to write a song to the beat. Everybody was in the studio trying to write a song to the beat. And Dre wasn't happy with nothing that they was coming up with. And Jay-Z just walked in there and made that shit up right there on the spot and gave both of them their parts. And that was the fucking classic that we all know today. Still Dre. Y'all not gonna front on Jay-Z in my presence.
Which it said it's hypocritical when it comes to Jay, though. It's that's the problem with Jay.
I don't know what he mean, but we're gonna talk about that. I don't know what you mean by that.
You definitely got to do a follow-up video. There's just no way around it.
I don't know. I don't know what y'all talking about.
You got to do a follow-up video to this.
Ish, click the link. Ish, fuck that.
Ish,
I got time.
you've been summoned. Come on, Ish. Pull up.
I got time.
Ish.
I got
Oh,
time.
yeah, Snoop did redo the Vapors. He did. Snoop redid the Vapors, too.
I got time. I got time. I'm chilling today. I ain't got nothing going on.
Yeah, Snoop did do the Vapors, y'all.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You're paying homage. And I'm pretty sure Biz Markie got a check. I'm pretty sure Slick Rick got a check.
He got a check. You know, contracts was different back then.
Yeah, well, somebody, the label might have got a check. Somebody got a check. Somebody got a check.
How y'all feel about what Dash Dillinger is doing? He's repressing, you know what I'm saying, the albums on CD and reselling the music because he hasn't gotten paid. He's saying he ain't got paid for you know, what he did on a lot of this music, either with Tupac, the Dog Pound, etc.
If he didn't get paid, I feel like he should have got paid, and they should definitely make that right if that's true that he didn't get paid.
And Snoop is his cousin, by the way.
Yeah. So, but Daz got a reputation of just saying shit, so you don't know what's real and what's not real. To be honest, he'll say some shit and then he'll backtrack on it. But him pressing up the CDs and all of that shit, that's corny to me.
I mean, come on, I gotta get paid. I need my money.
You're not going to get paid for pressing up them damn CDs. You ain't gonna make no money doing that. You're not. It just looked desperate and corny.
Run me my money.
He should get paid. I know he definitely
some royalties or something like that.
He definitely had a lot. He had a lot to do with a lot of those classics, and I know he didn't get all the credit that he should have got and stuff like that. He should get his credit and he should get his money. I do agree with that, but he do look corny doing what he doing. So both things could be true. You got to turn your camera around, OG.
Ish is in the building. He pulled up.
You got to turn your camera around,
down.
OG. Hold on, let me let him get his camera together. He got old head.
Down.
He doing this right now. He got his glasses on. This ish right now. Hold on. This ish over there right now trying to get his phone together. Hold on. How you work this damn thing? How you work this damn thing? Hold on. I gotta turn my camera around. Dang, how you turn the camera around on this mother man? Shit. Come on, man. Shit. Oh, God, man. That's ish right now trying to get his shit together. Let me let me get it up here. Peace to God.
That's a good one.
What's up?
You're right. You're 100% correct. That's this life right here. That's right.
What side of the planet you on right now, man?
I got back this morning.
Oh, you back? All right.
Yeah, I got back.
That's what's up. All right, so you said for Jay it's hypocritical. I forgot what you said.
Right, and I was speaking to him borrowing people's lyrics that had a problem with him. When he borrowed Nas's lyrics, Nas had a problem with him, and Tupac is he's deceased, so it looks weird and hypocritical for you to quote people like this. And he had a major problem with Jay-Z. I don't know what their real issue was, but he had a problem with him. And I get what you say. You know, we talked about this last week, how people do that, and that's cool how people do that. There's no problem with that. People remake songs like you made. That was a bad analogy with Snoop. That was a remake. Yeah, that's different. You know what I'm saying? And Slick Rick,
the same shit.
Slick Rick blessed off on it, so you know it's all good.
But this is what I'm saying. So what you saying? I feel where you coming from. You quoting people that you actually had a problem with. That looks weird. All right, but my only point is he's not trying to act like that's his rhyme. He's saying something that's clearly Biggie's rhyme. Saying something that's clearly Tupac's rhyme. that, most people would know that. Like, he's not trying to pass it off as his own, is my only point.
No, you're correct in saying that in the way he uses the lyrics. However, the biggest point that people had a problem with is when he did Tupac. I'm just being honest with you, because it wasn't a lyric; it was a whole song that he did with Beyonce, and I'm like,
me and my girlfriend.
Yeah, that was a bad look. You know what I'm saying?
That's a bad song. That's a great song.
Listen, I'm a truly biased person when it comes to this. I look at a person's character versus their talent. I put them both in the same bag. You know what I mean? And he's a supremely talented dude. I'm not gonna never take that away from him. That's why I agree with you when you were saying that about all these other artists look up to him, and they do.
They do.
Face. I ain't seen the link yet, but Scarface just did an interview a couple of weeks ago where you can't talk bad about Jay-Z in his presence. You just can't do it. He won't allow it. But if Pimp C were alive, he would have drugged his name through the mud from here to Kalamazoo. It's just the way people look at him, and certain people down south look at him the same way.
Speaking of Pimp C, he did Pimp C's verse last night.
Right.
That was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope because they mashed up Niggas in Paris with Big Pimpin', and he did he did Pimp's verse on the Niggas in Paris beat. That shit was fly.
Yeah. You see what now you just made my point. Right?
That shit was fly.
You just made my point. And you know what? Nobody else. I'd be willing to bet you there won't be 15 people, reputable folks, that'll catch that. What we're talking about right now.
You don't think so?
No, they won't touch you. They'll focus on? They'll focus on the Drake disc. They'll focus on the Dame disc. They won't even focus on Oschino disc or the Jaguar Wright disc. They'll look at the big fish that he touched on. They'll look at that, and they may even look at the Nicki disc. They won't even look at stuff like that. That's why I said in the chat, it's a phenomenal breakdown.
Oh yeah, they're gonna look at the dishes more than anything else, and he knew that. That's the reason why he chose that platform to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's very strategic.
The brother Noah cooked a little bit, but I don't think he was channeling Ab-Soul. He probably respects Ab-Soul. I'll give him that because he's a thinker and he knows great lyricists, and Ab-Soul is super dope. He's a super dope.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. But you can't tell me Jay-Z was in his dressing room getting dressed, looking in the mirror.
I will hope not.
Saying, do I look like Ab-Soul, babe? I'm talking to Beyonce and shit.
Technically, they have stylists. He has stylists. So he approves it, but maybe the stylist is looking at Ab-Soul style and Jay-Z is just not.
Come on, man. I know you don't know. I know you just, I know what you're doing, I see. But I'm just saying.
Let's feed the beast for a moment, if you don't mind. So to feed the beast, and let's go into all the stuff that people take shots at Jay with. They take shots at Jay with copying because they were saying that about his hairstyle with Basquiat. And they said that about naming his son after Nas. So when people do this, they coming from different angles.
Naming his son after Nas?
Yes, sir. Nasir, sir.
I didn't get that one.
Oh, you didn't hear that?
I didn't get but I kind of get it now. We on to something. Hold on, let it cook.
No, this ain't for me. This is not for me.
I know you're saying that's the criticism that's out there. I'm just saying I didn't hear that one, and that one is reaching to me.
It possibly is, and I'm sure it is a reach. But when you tie it in with everything else, that's why folks look at it always.
Now the Basquiat thing is true.
Yes.
But that's not like what he was trying to do on the low. He was doing that overtly. He put his hair like Basquiat.
True indeed.
Overtly. He was paying homage to Basquiat.
True indeed.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like he was trying to steal somebody's identity. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
He's the reason why we know who Basquiat is.
No, I ain't gonna go that far. You're reaching for that one.
For you, maybe you personally, but I'm saying he put Basquiat's name into the lexicon. Basquiat was forgotten in the popular lexicon until Jay-Z started talking about him. Jay-Z popularized Basquiat. He made the value of Basquiat paintings go up. That's a fact.
Okay.
Leon Lewis 8416 said that was Jay-Z Bone, like Lazy Bone from
Yeah,
Bone Thugs and
yeah,
Harmony.
yeah. I seen
That's
people
funny.
saying that.
That's
I
funny.
seen people what they call them. I forgot what Whole Thugs in Harmony or something like that.
Yeah,
They were
I
saying
saw
yeah.
that.
Whole
I
Thugs
saw
in
that.
Harmony.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that. Yeah. Yeah. But
yeah.
that's what
But
people.
even
That's what
that,
people do.
the fact that we talking about that was all strategized.
Oh yeah,
He
I
didn't
give him
just
credit.
he
Yeah.
didn't just happen to have take his hair out at that moment. He waited until that moment. I remember in the interview he was talking about cutting it. He was like, "Yeah, I'm thinking about getting rid of it or whatever." So he chose this moment because if you look, there's a video of when they was rehearsing. He had the hood on the whole
Okay.
time. He didn't take the hood off the whole time they was rehearsing. So people thought he cut his hair off. They didn't know what was going on. So then he popped out at the show with the new look. That's how you reinvent yourself. That's all in the art of war, 48 laws of power, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? The
He's
power of reinvention. He's
he's a master
utilizing all of that.
strategist. He's a
Yes.
master strategist. I would give him that because his timing on things and his brand is top tier. That's why his name recognition and his brand is still relevant right now. Some of the moves he makes, that's why him and the fake Rick Ross, kind of link up because they make similar business moves. They make stuff in the background and then sometimes overtly, and it'll keep them going in perpetuity to a degree if you look at them. But on the low, they kind of got the same type of character. That's where some
Damn.
people have an issue. Yes.
I ain't
Yes.
gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. Nope. I ain't
Yeah,
agree
because
with
you're the
that.
good guy. You're the good guy.
No, I just don't agree with that.
You're the
I just
good
don't
guy.
agree with that
Yeah.
because outside the booth, Rick Ross, Jay-Z, I got my criticisms about Jay-Z, but I also could pop my collar
You do?
for a lot of instances with Jay. Well, with Jay-Z, hell yeah.
What's your criticism of Jay? Let me hear this.
I'm on song. You got my album.
I do.
You got my album. You
I
heard.
know where you're going.
Yeah. What was the lines? I don't even know my own lyrics.
I don't remember
What was
the
the
lines, but I
lines?
know what you're talking about.
What I said?
Because
Oh,
you
I was talking about
criticize Nas.
Jay-Z said he was past leaning. Yeah, I even criticized Nas, so I criticized Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Jay-Z said we was past leaning, and we've been
Right.
waiting for the power move since last season. But
Correct.
yeah, we did whole broadcasts on here talking about the gentrification in Brooklyn with the New York Nets and all of that shit. The Colin Kaepernick situation, Super Bowl situation, the shit with Jermaine Dupri and all of that. You know what I mean? I call it like I see it.
You do.
I call it like I see it. But at the same time, I'm gonna say, but they successfully sued the state of Mississippi, the correctional facility down there because of those they had them people living in destitute
The water situation, right?
conditions and
Rock
all that,
Nation.
and they won that suit and they got that shit fixed over there. I could pop my collar to that.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So
I would have liked to
I'm
see
fair
him
and
use some
balanced.
of his power to get what's that white dude name out there in Mississippi? Was it Brett Favre or something like that? Get him
Brett Favre.
arrested for stealing welfare money. I would like to see him use some of his celebrity power and lawyers to make sure that this person is held, responsible.
Well, he Jay-Z. He not Batman.
Well, at
But
least go after him.
He gotta go to every situation and fix it. Come
Yeah.
on now.
Yeah.
But look,
That's what people be trying to do to Tariq.
that's
Yeah,
true.
they do.
Tariq,
They
why
do.
don't you like nigga? He's one man.
Super nigga.
You go do it.
Super nigga. Yeah.
Right. Super nigga.
Yeah. But when to that case, Nicely, you want to talk about getting in hot water? He don't want to mess with that hot water. I'm telling you, that's some hot water. He don't want to get in that hot water. The fact that man has not even really been charged.
It just don't got nothing to do with him.
True, but he could. I mean, you could possibly dip his toe in there about some other stuff that's going on. But the fact that dude ain't been charged and he been suing Shannon Sharp and winning all these cases.
Right.
Nah, he barely got Tony Buzbee off his back, and that dude is high level. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Oh he got Tony Buzbee on the ropes right now.
He do.
He got Tony Buzbee on the ropes right now. Yeah.
That's hard to do. Look at Deshaun Watson. He couldn't get him off his neck.
Yeah.
That dude, he's the ambulance chaser of the day. So it was a great freestyle. I have my heavy criticisms of Jay-Z, but as an artist, I got all this stuff. He's a supremely dope artist.
He the GOAT, right?
Huh?
Say that.
What's that?
He the GOAT.
Hell no, you gonna even say that? No. No, that's too far. See, that's where you take it too
So you
far.
ain't
You
about
going
to
too
get me
far.
on record saying that.
No, no, no.
Who's the GOAT? Ish.
Nah, Nas to go. Nas.
Okay, yeah, you ain't gonna get me to argue with that.
Yeah, Nas to go to me. You know, you don't remember, but I told you
Who's the
when
GOAT? Nice.
KRS-One did what he did.
Ice
Nas to go.
Cube.
Ice Cube is the GOAT.
Ice Cube is the GOAT. Tupac is my GOAT. Um, yeah.
You just think them niggas is cute or something.
Ice Cube is handsome. Pac, I don't think I ever had that crush on Pac. I liked him. I liked his attitude, you know what I'm saying? And things like that. Of course, his music, but I don't think I had one of those like, oh, Pac like moments. No.
Nah, that's interesting because ladies love Pac. Ladies love Pac. Nah, but Pac is my nigga too, though. Don't get it fucked up. Pac is my nigga too, but unfortunately, he was gone too soon.
Yeah. And he's like one of the only people that had a nose ring as far as males that I was like, he ain't moist.
But those are your favorites, though. Ish, you can have a favorite that's not the GOAT, right?
Yeah, you can. But Scarface,
because Nas is my favorite, but objectively, he's not the GOAT.
To me, remember I told you this years ago that it was between Nas and KRS-One.
Mm-hmm.
KRS-One took several notches down when he did what he did. I ain't gonna even repeat that. So when it comes to kids, you lose with me. I don't care what you do. But yeah, I always said that they were 1 and 1A for me and for years. So Nas has always been up there, and then Scarface is right there as well. So yeah. Scarface in there for sure. Because if you want to go critically and you want to just talk lyrically, I'll talk names that people don't even know, like MF Doom. You see what I'm saying? I'll go that route. Or Planet Asia. Right. Planet Asia, MF Doom.
Look.
Jesse Paris in there. Jesse Paris in there with that came out. Now I gotta go find him and see what his music about because I don't know who he is.
He's dope. He's an underground artist in Houston. He's dope. K Reno is dope. Yeah, K Reno is dope.
I agree with Aruba.
She said
927. She says that Rick Ross doesn't give me talented. He's mediocre to say the least. And I'm gonna agree with her on that. I think he has some cool stuff, but I'm not checking for Rick Ross like that.
I think he's a supreme cornball.
Yeah.
But he's dope, man.
He's a dope artist.
He's dope, man. He's dope.
Artist.
I ain't gonna lie. Like Rick Ross, I don't care who he on the track with. He gonna be neck and neck. Right. He got several songs with Nas, Hove.
Yep.
Some of your favorite rappers. You know what I mean?
It's in his pen, though.
Ghostface and all them.
Pen.
Yeah, that's how he came in the game because he was writing for people. He was writing for Trina and other artists, people like that. And really, it was Memphis Bleak that kind of discovered him a little bit. Did y'all know that?
No.
Yeah, Memphis Bleak was down there recording with Trick and them. Remember Memphis Bleak had a song with Trick Daddy. I forgot what it was. Where I'm from, or my hood,
where I'm from.
Something like that. So when he was down there recording that, round here, that's when he met Rick Ross. Rick Ross was in the studio writing for people, and he pulled Memphis Bleak to the side and let him hear some of his own shit, and he put Jay and them niggas on to Rose.
Okay.
Now I would have appreciated if he came out in the game as Rose versus Rick Ross.
Teflon.
Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Because you know, especially now that you out here on podcast dissing this man.
Yeah, but it couldn't have happened like that because Rose is like a remix of the name Rick Ross. Ricky Rose. You know what I mean? So it couldn't have went that way, but I feel you.
But Rose is a drink as well, so I would have connected it to a drink versus to
that's what he's doing.
Rick Ross.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. But yeah, you should change it though. Since you don't respect Rick like that, since you out here respecting that man, disrespecting that man like that, you should change your name. You could change your name.
I agree.
That was a terrible look. That could harm him. It could really.
That was the worst look. That was the worst look I seen from him, and I seen a lot of corny shit from him. That right there.
That's horrible.
Terrible. And I hope people don't let up. I hope that people continue to remind him how cornball that was.
Yeah. He need to get like booed out of a building.
Yeah.
Next time he walk on stage, he need to get like booed out the building.
He might
Because
have
And
Fat Joe'd
honestly,
himself.
why not look out for Rick Ross?
good
Because
point.
we know you was a fan, you know what I'm saying, and stole the name from the nigga. Come on now.
Yeah, and see, I don't know if y'all know the backstory to them actually interacting before he blew up. The real
Oh,
Rick Ross, Freeway Ricky, told the story how he was locked down, and his man's got a hold of him, and they actually was on the phone, and they were supposed to link up, and he was going to allow him to do that. And once he took off, he just broke communication with him. So
wow.
that's what, and that's
Shady.
been verified. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I appreciate y'all naming your favorite rappers in the chat and all of that. And I like a lot of those rappers that y'all naming. But your favorite is not necessarily the GOAT, man. Y'all got to learn how to compartmentalize.
Well, I don't know about goats, but I have mine are Tupac,
That's your
Ice
favorite.
Cube, DJ Quick. Um,
Nicely, that's not a bad list.
you
No,
know what I'm
not at
saying?
For
all.
Like,
somebody that's not really hip hop like that,
It's a good
I
list.
could pop my car. That's a good list.
It's a good list.
I don't
That's
know
a
if I have a top five though. I will have to think about it.
What about Snoop?
I love Snoop's. I love Snoop's early stuff for sure. You know what I'm saying? When the dog pound and all that stuff was around, love Snoop for sure. I don't know if he's my top five though. Although I love Snoop. I love Snoop.
What about MC8?
I okay, so
Or like somebody
I'm
the
gonna be
Dog Pound or
biased.
something?
I'm gonna be biased, right? Because when MC8 was coming at DJ Quick, I didn't like it.
Oh yeah.
When they had they beef, so I chose Quick. I chose
Okay.
Quick.
Okay. Because
Oh
they was
yeah,
going at
Paris.
it heavy.
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
I mean, what about the game?
No, I mean he ain't
What?
even in my top 10. To be honest,
Oh.
I'm telling you, game is not even. But y'all, okay, so y'all have to understand. I'm from LA,
Right.
right? And in LA, you know things, you hear things and stuff like that. So I think my biases obviously is gonna come from that. I'll just say that.
Okay. I say no more. I get it. I get it.
That's a good list. Aruba. Not mad at your lists. Yeah, MC8 cooked quick. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, well, until Quick came
I
back
didn't
on.
feel like that.
No, Quick came back and made the
He came
ultimate diss
back.
song, Dollars and Cents. And
Yes.
a
That
classic.
is a classic. That is a classic.
Yeah.
Ice-T. Yeah, Ice-T.
He's cool. And I used to love Ice-T back in the day. Is he in my top five? No.
Okay.
See, Sincere, when you talking goats and heads like us, we looking at a different thing when we say
Yeah. Y'all looking at it different. And
yeah,
y'all study
way
this
different.
stuff. I don't. I don't
Well,
study it.
Yeah.
Y'all study it. I go by how the music makes me feel, when it
right,
comes on, you know what I'm saying? Something I'm
right,
just gonna heavily keep in my rotation type shit. You know what I mean?
right.
Right. But that's where I separate things at.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I got my personal favorites based on what I like. You know what I'm saying? So my preference is Nas over Jay-Z. But Jay-Z appeals to the masses more than Nas. Hands down. You know what I'm saying? And he's just as good as Nas as far as lyrics are concerned. So that kind of puts him over the top in the GOAT conversation. Not in my favorite personal
Right.
conversation, but in the GOAT conversation. It's like, okay, you neck and neck with my favorite, and you could do all these other things that my guy can't do. You the GOAT.
So if there was a versus right now between Jay-Z and Nas, right? But they're not doing any of their old music. They just went head to head on a whole freestyle with each other. Who do you think is gonna take the trophy?
You talking about like a head to head battle,
A
not a
hat
That's a
versus.
battle. Yeah.
well battle. I would call
Yeah, you talking about like a head to head battle.
a head to head battle. Off, just them two, a full hour. You know what I'm saying?
I think Jay-Z gonna win.
No way.
Now, is that based off of popularity
No,
or no?
no, it's not. Look, if they battle, Nas go in the studio and make a record, Jay-Z go in the studio and make a record, we already seen what happened with that. It's
Right.
Nas. But if they both standing on the stage head to head,
Nas got it.
Jay-Z is more charismatic than Nas. Jay-Z is
Look
more
at Ish. Look at
Jay-Z
Ish.
Jay-Z is more of a showman than Nas. Nas,
Okay,
Jay-Z is a better performer than Nas.
I'll give you that.
And Nas is my guy. That's my nigga. Jay-Z is the better performer. Nas don't even take the time to memorize his lyrics.
Really?
He don't. He just he know we coming to see him. We know the words, and so we gonna carry him. You know what I'm saying?
He pulls a KRS One. Yeah.
Jay-Z, he barely missed. The other night he was missing a couple of lyrics, and I could tell that's why he used this as a warm up because he ain't been on the stage in so long. But Jay-Z, breath control, timing, in pocket, he's perfect. He's perfect. Him and his wife, they rehearse.
Right.
They stand in that mirror and they rehearse for hours. They go over and over the music. Nas don't do that. He don't care enough.
But let me tell you why he wouldn't. Let me tell you why he wouldn't win. Because you're not talking about something where you're gonna bump into him in the middle of the street and they just gonna pick up a mic and start going. Nas gonna have time to do his thing. And if he he going up against him, Jay-Z won't last. He won't last. I'm just telling you.
Based on what?
What you're saying is correct. What you're saying is correct about the way that they perform. You're right. However, look at this is almost like going into the booth when you think about it. If they know they got a battle coming up, it's almost like going into the booth. We already saw what happened. It wasn't close.
It's not the same though, because when you're on that stage, like when you look at the smack battles, because that's basically what we're talking about.
Right.
The best rapper doesn't necessarily win. The best MC doesn't necessarily win the battle.
Correct.
The person that's going to win the battle is the most charismatic in the moment.
Correct.
Because your charisma is going to win the crowd to your side. You know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z is just a more of an entertaining character. Nas is too laid back. He too cool.
You made my point
I
just
see
now.
Jay-Z is laid back though. I see him as
He's
very
laid back.
cool, calm, and collected.
He is, but he's in a way that's more entertaining though.
Yeah.
Nas is not really trying to entertain you like that.
He's not. That's why it'll never happen. We're talking hypothetically.
He's not really trying to entertain you like that. He's just more of just. He's known for his intelligence. Correct. You know what I'm saying? Dropping knowledge and all of that shit. That's cool for what it's cool for. That's what I love him for.
But Jay-Z does have some party records.
Jay-Z.
You know,
Jay-Z's funny. Jay-Z is funny. He's witty. He got the goods, man. He got the goods.
He does. I think we're all kind of saying the same thing to a degree. The thing that
I think Kendrick could smoke him.
Smoke who?
I think Kendrick could smoke Hov in a head-to-head battle.
Oh, of course.
And you know I'm gonna agree.
I think Kendrick and face-to-face, head-to-head battle, Kendrick will smoke him.
Yeah.
You think that Jay-Z believes that?
No.
No.
Hell no.
No.
It'll be a fight, by the way. But I shouldn't even say smoke. I shouldn't even said smoke because it ain't like he just gonna wipe the floor with him. But I think he'll win.
He'll win.
I think it'll look bad. It'll look bad like that Shocky Foster fight last night. It looked bad. It looked bad.
Yo, why your man got thrown out the ring on some WWF shit.
Man.
And that's Shakur's man.
I know.
Raymond Ford, that's Shakur's boy, and he was talking big on him.
Talking crazy. Everybody actually before the fight had him winning.
They did. I knew Foster was gonna beat him. I didn't know he was gonna beat him like that though. Yeah, that was a masterclass fight. You know, that was a masterful performance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was good.
Tribe Called Quest in there. I was in love with Tribe Called Quest.
I like that.
Early on, and I was majorly in love with Phife. Of all the people in the group, y'all, my biggest crush was Phife. Of all people.
Now you sound like Kamala Harris. Ain't that right, Phife?
No, it's like if we can go back to that era of me being in high school with my damn cassette tape.
You were smoking weed listening to Tupac in high school.
And when the videos started coming on and stuff like that, like I would see Phife and dream that I dated him and everything. Like that was he was the most gorgeous person to me.
Wow.
Phife
yes,
dog.
Phife.
Shout out to Phife dog.
Rest in peace to Phife.
Oh no, he was incredible. He was incredible. He's dope. But I'm just saying he's 5 feet tall.
I didn't know that at the time.
He's 5 feet tall.
That's right.
You know, R.I.P. Fife Dog. I ain't gonna say nothing bad
Yeah.
about it. That's Fife
R.I.P.
Dog.
to
But
Fife
I'm just
Dog.
sitting here thinking like heavy for me was definitely Tribe Called Quest. I loved Boogie Down Productions. Now, after Boogie Down Production,
Okay.
I don't feel like I gravitated towards KRS-One anymore after that.
Interesting.
Nice to your
Wow.
old.
Yeah.
X
Yeah.
Clan was like, if I wish that I was in my awakeness now, then that I am now, so I could have really understood everyone that they were talking about at the time. ISIS at the time, all these,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, folks that was rapping at the time. I was heavy in them. I was walking around with the African medallions and shit.
Same here.
Right.
Heavy on
But
X Clan.
I was gonna say, but if it was now, if you was awakened like you is now,
Right.
you would have threw them niggas under the bus.
Oh
You'd be like, oh,
man.
these Pan African niggas.
Yeah.
Oh, at this point, yeah. At this point, yeah. I mean, but what I'm saying is the stuff that they were teaching, though, what they
Nah,
were teaching, who they were teaching about, and things like that. Like I would have had it. I would have known early who these great people were. You know what I'm
they
saying?
they the reason why I know. Well, I knew early. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yes.
you
I
know,
wasn't listening for that
they
reason, though.
one of
I
the
don't think
greatest groups ever.
For
I was
sure.
rapping it and vibing to it, but not literally absorbing the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? If it was entertainment at the time, you know what I'm saying? I wish I knew better then.
Yeah.
Somebody said Common. All right.
No, not for me.
Do y'all like any of the newer rappers, y'all, in the chat? Is there any newer artists that y'all fuck with like that? Because y'all just
No.
all y'all just naming old heads.
Yeah.
And I like them. I fuck with everybody that y'all talking about. But do
I'm
Mm-mm.
y'all fuck with any of the newer generation artists besides Kendrick and J. Cole?
Nope.
I'm
Not me.
gonna tell you a new artist, and it's unfortunate what happened to the group that I started picking up on right before tragedy happened, and that was Amigos. Believe it or
Oh,
not,
I didn't
I
like them.
started I could dig their vibe, and not necessarily the lyrics,
Yeah. It wasn't about the lyrics.
right? But their vibe and everything, they had a strong move. Them cats was heavy, man. They was some dope artists to me, as far as young guys.
Okay, y'all saying Don Tripp, Freddie Gibbs, J.I.D. Yeah, they all dope. I fuck with all them.
I don't
Gibbs
know
is
none of these people. Oh, well, I heard of Freddie Gibbs before. I don't know if I know a
Gibbs ain't new
song,
though.
but
Gibbs ain't new.
Yeah, they kind of new. He's of a newer generation.
Nick Grant don't know who that
Yo,
is.
Nick Grant, man,
Phenomenal,
when Nick Grant came out with that 88 mixtape, I
man.
thought this nigga was next.
Me too.
But everything since then has been lackluster.
Right.
I'm sorry. And he got a new one out that I didn't check out yet, but I'm
It's
gonna
good.
listen every time he drop, I say I'm gonna check it out because I know his potential is there, but he dropped a lot of garbage, man. I'm sorry. He did.
With
Yeah.
newbie Lil Wayne?
Not
With
really.
Lil,
Nah,
no,
Wayne been around for a long time.
I like Lil
No.
Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne been out since the 90s.
See, that's what I was saying about Freddie Gibbs. He been around right after Lil Wayne. He been out since then. Since right after Lil Wayne come out, you look at all his old stuff. Yeah, he been out since
Hot
then.
Boy Lil Wayne?
No. Solo artist Lil Wayne, not Hot Boys Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Not long
I
Yeah.
after
like
that.
both.
Yeah,
Hot Boys and Lil Wayne. I like both.
nothing wrong with that.
South Carolina.
Yeah, he from.
Fashion.
I don't know
Okay,
who
so
Fashion
all
is.
right. So the answer is no, Noah.
No.
I know he's naming people that I guess are more up to date, but just based on the names that you're naming, the answer to my question is no. You don't fuck with none of these new young niggas. That's
What
the answer.
about Young Boy NBA? NBA Young
Right,
Boy. My son
right,
likes him.
right. Ain't
I
nobody
don't listen
named
to
him.
him.
I don't listen to him either. I don't like Young Boy like that, but my son love him. My son Ja love him. That's his favorite artist. Les, Larry June, Vince Staples.
I don't know none of these people.
I don't know who Les is. I know Vince Staples and Larry June. They cool.
Yeah.
I didn't
Um,
realize Wayne been around since '98.
Yeah.
yeah, probably before
Wow.
that.
Before that, it was before that.
Let me see. Do y'all like JID was a good one though.
I don't know who that
JID was a good
is.
one. Whoever said JID, that was a good one.
That is a good one. That's another one I like for sure.
I can't even think of nobody right now. But obviously Griselda, that whole camp.
Oh yeah.
Them
Those
niggas
they're new
nice.
though. They're fairly new.
Fairly new, but they
Yeah,
still older though.
right.
They still older. I'm trying to think of like younger artists that I fuck with their shit. And
Isaiah
I can't
Rashad,
think of nobody right now. Isaiah
Conway the
Rashad.
Machine.
Isaiah Rashad is not going to get a listen from me. I'm sorry.
The controversy got him.
He's way too gay.
He's asking
Oh,
the
really?
I
Well,
don't
he
knock
ain't getting no
nobody's
listen from
lifestyle.
me.
I love
Yeah,
TikTok Shop, by the way.
Right.
I don't knock nobody's lifestyle. I love TikTok Shop,
Yeah.
yeah.
but he's just going too hard in the paint on that end of the spectrum for me, and that it's just like the Empire Show or something like that. Like I don't want to watch that.
On the Frank
Oh
Ocean side of the game.
nah, I fuck with Frank Ocean because
Okay.
he is who he is, but he's
But he
not trying to
don't.
push that. He's
Yeah,
not
he
trying to
don't
push
push
that
it.
on you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He might got a couple innuendos in some of his songs here or there, but he didn't let them use him as their mascot like that. Like he pushed back against that. Like, yeah, what I do is my business. I ain't out here. Like he ain't let them do the little Nas X thing. But that's what they wanted to do with him.
I didn't
You
know
know what I'm
that.
saying?
Okay.
And female rappers, I'm going way back.
I love Frank Ocean though.
MC
Frank
Light,
Ocean is one of my favorites.
MC Light, Queen
Yeah.
Latifah. You know what I'm saying? I can't pick. Salt and Pepper. I'm not gonna pick anyone today. I do not like Meg Thee Stallion. She doesn't do it for me at all. I do not like Cardi B. I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to even listen to it on YouTube, y'all. It
See,
does nothing for me.
I like Cardi B.
I don't like Cardi.
I'll be
I
lying.
don't. I
I'll
can't
be
get into
lying.
it. She can't talk.
I'll be lying if I said I ain't like Cardi B. I don't like her new music, but yeah, I like Cardi B. I'll just leave it at that. I
I
like Cardi
can't
B.
get into it. I mean, when she
I
first
like
came out, like
Glorilla.
her first hit, I think it was catchy and stuff like that. But I just cannot. I'm not gonna go in my phone on Tidal or anything and
Yeah, I'm
type
probably
in
not gonna do
Cardi
that either.
B, and I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, I don't like her that
Right.
much. I ain't
Or
gonna do
Meg Thee
that either.
Stallion.
I don't like Meg Thee Stallion.
I'm not looking
Now,
at. I'm not looking for Sexy Red. Like
I
it's
don't like Sexy
nobody
of
for
course
Red.
me.
not.
I'm gonna go
Who you
back.
like, Meg? You like Meg?
No,
Ish?
Now, as a artist, yes, she can spit bars. I'm not looking for her stuff because she's got a couple of songs like that Plan B joint. That was pretty dope. The way she put that together, she can spit. She can really spit. I like her as an
I don't
artist.
know. They was telling me that when she first came out, and I tried, and I'm like, no.
I think she should just be a stripper. I think
Yeah,
that would be a great lane for her. To be honest, if I'm keeping it a buck,
Hakeem
she
Ali is
would
dope.
like if she was like a stripper and and a video girl type thing. Like she would be great for that, but not musically, not for me. Give me MC
Sure.
Light, give me Queen Latifah. You know what I'm saying? Give me that.
Mark Smith. I
Moni
actually
Love. I'm going for Moni Love. Like, give me that.
Lauren Hill, of course.
Yes, give me that all day. What's our girl? That wore the big bag on her video.
Missy.
Missy Elliott.
Missy F. Give me that all day.
Yeah,
Give me that.
for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
The Brat. Yes, give me the Brat. Yes.
Brad.
Yeah. But I like Glorilla. I like
I like
some of
Literary
Rhapsody.
Cook. That's it.
oh yeah, Rhapsody's dope as hell. Rhapsody's dope as hell. But I agree with Mark Smith though. I agree. We got so many greats. Nobody's really the GOAT. I always when Nas said that on Ether,
He did.
and I'm like, that's true. That's just true. Ain't no best for real.
Especially if they are from our lineage.
All right.
They all great.
Yeah, it's too many.
Too many.
It's too many.
It is.
Ransom,
So
yeah,
you're
he's
not gonna
dope.
talk to Knicks?
I'm not a Knicks fan, but I'm happy. I'm happy for the Knicks though.
Yeah.
I'm going for the Spurs.
Everybody's going for the
What?
Spurs.
I'm going for the
What?
Spurs because my man Devin Vassell plays for the Spurs. That's the homie. He grew up here. My man Tone used to cut his hair, cut his
Yeah.
pop's hair and all that. We watched that kid grow up here. You know what I'm saying? He a hometown kid. And so I'm going for him. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Okay.
But I've never been a Knicks fan anyway, though. You know, I've never been a Knicks fan. But it's good to see them doing their thing. It's good to see them doing their thing. I'm glad New York is happy right now. Don't get too gassed. Don't get too gassed because the buck stops here.
I
Which
think they're gonna
team
beat
has
them.
the black coach?
The
Spurs.
Knicks,
The Spurs do
both
too,
of them.
don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, both of them.
Oh, so either way, it's a win to me because they both have black coaches. So I'll say that.
Now Wemby is non-FBA. So what'd you say about that?
He is.
Which one is that? Is that the
From the
Spurs or
Spurs.
the?
From the Spurs. The 8-foot nigga.
I mean, he played again. Cause see, the thing is, I don't know. I can't name a person on either team. So I'm just. It's a win for me because they both have black coaches.
Okay. I like that angle. I like
I
that's some
think the
shit I
Knicks
would
got
do.
it. Knicks got it.
They in their flow state right now.
Yep.
You know, the way they washed up Cleveland like that, I was like, damn. Man, damn, these niggas is balling.
Because Atlanta had them.
And you know what's nice, too? You're talking about the coach dynamic. One of the coaches for the Knicks, not the head coach, but one of the coaches is the father of the main player on the Knicks.
Oh wow.
Brunson.
So maybe this is
Yeah.
gonna be their year finally.
Yeah, his dad is in the coaching staff.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, his dad is in the coaching staff. Yep. And so that's fly to see. You know what I'm saying? That father and son thing. That's fly to see.
Okay. I'm telling you, the Knicks gonna do it. It may take 7, and New York is gonna get turned upside down. They're gonna trash New York like 1980.
Man.
I feel like that shit is orchestrated, man.
I do
I feel like that shit is orchestrated, man. Because you know, before it even started, they was just saying that they was just planting the seeds. Oh, they putting all the police outside and all that shit. And, oh yeah, we preparing. Like nigga,
we ain't even there yet.
You know what I'm saying?
And didn't they beat them in the regular season both times?
I don't know.
I heard that.
Gotta ask my son. But what's crazy is the last time the Knicks went to the finals, 30 years ago, however long it been, it was against the Spurs.
Against the Spurs. That's right.
And he said Mama Love said his dad used to play for the Knicks.
He played for the Knicks.
Yeah.
He used to play for the Knicks, and now he's part of the coaching staff. And your son is the franchise player carrying the team. That's fly. I like that storyline.
That's a good storyline.
I like that storyline.
Yeah, that's a great storyline for sure.
Mark Smith said Spike Lee is on cloud nine right now.
Yeah. Spike Lee gonna make a movie about this shit.
Man.
Oh man, count on it.
Jalen Brunson about to be a movie star.
For sure.
27 years ago, yeah, it was against the Spurs. Mm-hmm. So yeah, shout out to the Knicks, shout out to the Spurs. I'm happy either way, but I gotta go for the homie though. I gotta go for the homie.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Isn't he from he's not from up that way, is he?
He's from here. Yeah. He went to. I think he went to Archer. I think he went to Archer High School, if I'm not mistaken.
If that's the case, then I saw this morning there's another player that's on the Spurs from down this way in the Conyers area. That's on the Spurs right now. I can't call his name, and I'll send it to you. So, man, the Spurs, they got some heavy GA influence.
I wonder if that's Castle, because him and Castle seem to be real close.
I think that's the name.
I wonder if that's Castle.
Yeah, I have to find.
And I seen a lot of closeness between him and Wemby too. They seem like they real cool. You know what I mean? I'll be watching the way that they interact. I'm like, oh, they seem like they got a real cool relationship.
Word is, Wemby is a real solid dude.
He seemed like it.
Around him. Yeah.
He seemed like it. I like how he carry himself. I like how he speak in his interviews and stuff like that. He seemed real solid.
He might not be a tether. We don't know.
Yeah, I ain't calling him no tether. I just say he's not an FBA. I want to see what Nighty was gonna say.
I don't know him like that. I've known his name. I gotta go back and listen to some of the things he said. Has he said anything tetherish?
Nah. But he ain't been put in no position. He ain't been asked no questions. So we don't know. We don't know. But he seemed cool.
That's it. Hey, I appreciate y'all for having me on.
I appreciate you for coming on. And appreciate all y'all for tuning in.
For 3 hours. Y'all rocked with us for 3 hours.
For 3 hours. And we ain't even talking about nothing important. So shout out to y'all.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to y'all. We just having a little fun today.
Phenomenal breakdown, though. Phenomenal breakdown.
It wasn't? Okay, good. Thank you. Because I felt like I was all over the place. But before we went live, I had all my thoughts together. I knew everything I wanted to say. And as soon as we went live, I went blank. I didn't know. I'm like, well, we figured it out.
Good. You led up to it, and then I'm talking the lyrical breakdown, because I had my criticisms of Jay, but that was a dope freestyle. That was super dope. That was a super dope freestyle. That was really good. Good breakdown.
Yes, indeed.
Well, also before we leave, everybody, before we leave and we start, doing our exit or whatever, we want to give a happy birthday shout out to our brother RP Beats. His birthday was on Friday,
That's
Shout
so
out to
right.
happy
RP
birthday!
Beats.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
man.
yeah. To Sincere's other half, as
Yes,
far as
indeed.
the music and stuff like that, his producer, and stuff like that. We definitely want to say happy birthday to DJ RP Beats
Shout out to that brother.
With your old ass.
with your old ass.
All right
For
up.
sure.
And by the way, it is the 1 year anniversary of my book, From the Womb
Yes,
to Illmatic.
yes.
It's been a year already, family.
That's
Go
crazy.
get
It
that.
seems like it was like maybe 3 months ago.
All right. It's been a year already. Y'all scan that code on your screen and go get your copy of From the Womb to Illmatic.
Come back.
It's a hip hop guide to unleashing your child's inner genius. Real dope stuff, man. Y'all go grab that. Go grab that up. Oh, I see y'all scanning it right now. Let me leave it on the screen for give
Right
y'all a
there.
couple of minutes. Give y'all a couple of minutes. But yeah, we're gonna get up out of here, man. Make sure you follow me. I'm at Sincere Love the God on all social media platforms.
Yep.
And my co-host at Nicety Girl with the #1 on Instagram, without the #1 on X, formerly known as Twitter. And let them know where to catch you at, Ish.
And also without the one on TikTok.
TikTok. I always forget about TikTok. Mine's got a 3. Mine's got a 3 on it on TikTok. Sincere Love the God with the #3.
Me, myself, I'm on all platforms at Mr.Ishmael. There's only one me. If anybody else is an imposter. Spell ISHMAEL. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. It's all the same.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right, family. So I appreciate y'all. Once again, this has been today's episode of Sincere Love the Godcast. Always remember, family, we are not the master teachers, but we are the master students and signal boosters for the voices of the new Black media.